This goddamn producer of yours. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. Check, check, check.
Everything sounds really good right now.
Okay.
Just let me know. Hey, everybody. Welcome to the BJJ FoxCast. I'm your host, Alex Martinez. And today, I'm super excited. We are live at the Tipsy Cactus on 2722 South Alma School Road in Mesa, Arizona. We are at the... Okay. Hey, everybody, and welcome to another episode of the BJJ FoxCast. I am your host, Alex Martinez, and today I am really excited. We are live at the Tipsy Cactus on 2722 South Alma School Road in Mesa, Arizona, where we are having, I don't know which, Tojo, do you know which Rolling for Beer this is? Third? Probably the third or fourth, Rolling for Beer.
It's at least the third.
Yeah, at least the third Rolling for Beer. Basically what they do is they, before... they open up for business. They clear all the tables and chairs out and throw mats on the ground, and people roll. People roll jiu-jitsu.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah, man.
And
yeah.
then afterwards, you get drunk.
Apparently, there are some people drinking now, but whatever. Yeah. That's kind of cool.
Hey, each their own.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
It's not my move.
So, you know, the thing about this, and we're going to get Eddie on the show here shortly, but I believe, you know, it was kind of... a big part of this was kind of doing open mats in a neutral location. There's some places where students, I don't want to say they aren't allowed, but they're not encouraged to go to other places and train jiu-jitsu.
Right.
And I think this is a really good way to bring the community together, you know?
Yeah. And I think we've talked about this before. Arizona's Phoenix area specifically is usually much more receptive to stuff like this than I've noticed in other communities.
Yeah.
Which is really cool. And it just kind of like gives, like you said, like a neutral ground for people to kind of come congregate so you don't feel like, you know, you're at like someone else's home kind of thing.
Yeah.
You know?
And outside of like a garage and maybe somebody's living room, I've never rolled outside of the academy. Mm-hmm. You know, it's never done like a neutral ground location like this.
You mean outside of an academy?
Yeah, outside of an academy, yeah. And, you know, it's an odd feel at first, but, man, it kind of makes sense right now.
Yeah. Yeah. Have you been to one of these before?
Never done it,
yeah,
no.
Because I've gone to two of them. That's why I'm pretty sure this is the third one. I think I've gone to all of them. But, yeah, it's really cool. Like, it's not like the biggest mat space in the world, but, I mean, it's not crowded either.
What would you say? It's like 20 by 20?
Well, what are these things? Like 3 feet?
Yeah, 3 by 3 maybe?
Yeah, and there's, 5 by 7 of
them?
So, yeah, about that.
20 by 20. Yeah, man. We got a few people that sponsored this event. I hope I don't miss anybody. If I do, I'll make sure that I mention them later.
Yeah.
Number one, obviously, the Tipsy Cactus. This place has been open for, I think, around 4 years, definitely before COVID.
Yeah.
And
definitely was kind of like, oh, are they going to make it?
Yeah. But, you know, I think their client base was such that they were coming in. I mean, because they were still canning beer, right?
Yep.
So, I mean, people were coming in to buy canned beer. It was a really good concept. So real quick, we have Beignet Coffee Shack. That is our one of the sponsors here.
The Beignet and Coffee Shack.
Beignet and Coffee Shack, sorry. And then we have Control Physical Therapy, Greg McClarty, who's on the mats right now rolling. Looks like he's heel hooking a white belt.
Yeah.
Awful.
What a
in
jerk.
the gi. What a jerk. Got Agro Brand clothing in the corner there with Eddie Welch. We'll get him on the show here shortly. And then we also have... Friggin' Jerk. I don't know if you can see this. Friggin' Jerk, one of the sponsors of this event. And the owner of Friggin' Jerk is a guy named Jake Warden. I've never met Jake, but I can't wait to try that the beef jerky.
Yeah, unfortunately he's not here today, but he gave there's a box of samples for anybody who's here.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's got a bunch of different flavors. What do you got? What does he have here? So we have bulgogi sensation, so like a really like you know, kind of like a Korean barbecue type thing.
Yeah.
Garlic lovers, that kind of speaks for itself.
Yeah.
What do we got here? Tickle my pickle. I bet you can guess what that tastes like.
Don't say it. We're live. Don't say it. We can't edit today.
Pickles.
What? It's pickles, whatever.
Teriyaki sunset and all American pepper. So probably more like a traditional like peppered.
Yeah, man. Show the packet real quick. What it looks like. It's vacuum sealed.
Yeah, these are really nice.
Looks like it'll pack nicely.
Really professional looking.
Yeah.
I don't know if you said this. They're a local company in Phoenix.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
So really cool for us to be able to support like a. I mean, I haven't had open. Fuck it. Let's just open this.
Open one. Yeah.
Fuck it. We'll go.
Crack
live.
it open. Why not?
Live.
We'll do it live.
All right. So we got right here all American pepper because America. Fuck yeah.
Yeah. All American pepper. So I'd really like to get Sean. If I can get Sean on the show, Sean is going to be. He's making his way over here. So let's just see what's up, man. Let's see what's up with Sean.
That's good shit. Make room for
All right.
him.
Make room. Make room. Please pull up a chair, brother. Pull up a chair.
Man, I'm good, man. How are you?
Yeah, man. Throw those on. There you go. Yeah, you can adjust those as well. Yeah, good. All right, pull up a chair. We're going to be a little crowded today, but that's okay.
I love it.
I'm so spoiled in the studio. We have we
Yeah.
have cameras everywhere, and so hey, what's up, Mitch? Welcome, buddy. So we have Sean Hayes, right?
Yep.
Sean Hayes, owner of Tipsy Cactus. And how long have you been open for business?
Well, 6 years.
Oh,
6 years, yeah.
Well, we were close.
Yeah, pretty close, right?
Yeah.
You guys have been coming in off and on for quite a while.
yeah. So
Thanks, Paul.
Yeah, right? Yeah, right?
Yeah, you know Paul,
Yeah,
right?
I do.
Yeah, Paul's always like, hey, you want to go tipsy?
Yeah.
Sure, why not?
always. I mean, Paul Nava from Aries, Arizona is like less than a mile from here. So
Yep.
anytime we train at his place, he wants to come out here. And you've been doing this. You've done this a few times, right? The rolling for beer.
I want to say this is probably like our fourth time.
Fourth
I think
time.
it is. Yeah, Eddie and Brian. I mean, they I give them all the credit for this.
Yeah.
I have the space, and you guys have such a cool community and a great community.
Awesome.
And I love the idea of drinking beer and.
Dude,
and
how
seeing
can you
this.
not?
I know
right?
exactly, right?
Yeah.
And you got great food, but it's the community of it, right? And
Yeah.
I think Eddie had a great idea and he ran with it. And
Yeah.
And it's I think it's doing well. So I think
Dude,
it's fun.
I love coming in here. All of your staff is like super professional. You would think like they're owners as well. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Your bartenders and
100%.
stuff.
Yeah.
It's you do a great job. I don't know how you vet people, but keep doing it. You're doing a great job.
It's when you have good people,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah,
it makes your life way easier. And like I said, Brian, he's the one that kind of pushed this on me, and he's like, I think this is cool. And I mean, I know a lot of you guys.
Yeah.
So it's just it was an easy thing to do. And I mean, Polo out there with the truck and coffee,
Yeah.
and it's just I love it. I
So
think it's
the
awesome.
real reason we wanted you up on the table is so when are you going to start doing jujitsu, bro?
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
man.
one
Oh,
thing
my
I wanted
God.
to talk
Oh,
about.
my
You
God.
don't do jujitsu.
I
And
do
we got
not.
you trapped here. We got you trapped.
Yeah.
I know, right? I
What
do
the
not,
hell?
but I have a lot of friends that do, and it was one thing I never really got into. I
Okay.
guess I've never tried it, so I'm not.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Are
So
you-
maybe I need to come hang out with you guys and
Yeah.
and get worked out.
Hey,
a
you're
little
always
bit.
welcome.
Hey.
Paul, I mean, you'd be like, hey, a little beer,
Oh,
little
yeah,
jujitsu.
right.
Bro, he's easily bribed.
Yep.
Very easily
Yeah,
bribed.
Easily
I got a
bribed.
friend in New Mexico who's into this, and he's
Yeah.
like, "Come on." I'm like, "Yeah, no."
Yeah, man. So how did you partner with we have Agro Brand, Friggin' Jerk, Beignet and Coffee Shack, and Control Physical Therapy. How did that all come about? How did you guys all get together?
This is all Eddie and Brian.
Eddie and
then,
Brian?
yeah, and I've known Polo for a couple years now too. When he had his little his lemongrass shack.
Yeah.
So he used to come out here, and then Brian, just like I said, Brian and Eddie just ran with this
Yeah.
thing. And I'm like, heck, Sundays are quiet, so why not?
Perfect, man.
And I mean, the first time I think we did it, there was maybe this many people.
Yeah.
And then every time it's just
A little
getting
bit more and
busier
more,
and
yeah.
busier, and I think it's all in, and it's great people.
Yeah. So we've been announcing this for a while, man. I was really excited. I got Eddie on the show. When did we get Eddie on the
I
show?
saw that.
About a month ago.
About a month
Yeah.
ago,
Yeah.
and he was like, "Oh, we're doing this," and I was like, "Dude, can we please do a podcast there?"
Yeah.
So
I love it. Anytime you guys want to come, you guys got a space.
Awesome,
So
man.
it's
Thank you,
It's
man.
all you guys, man. Yeah. So like I said, it's a great thing, and I think it's good for the community just to see people and
Yeah.
other regulars of mine that didn't even know we did it, like Jeff's over there.
Yeah.
He's been coming like his second time.
Nice.
And Daniel and all these guys. So
Very
hopefully,
cool.
and then like Goldwater. They throw that beer in for here, roll for beer.
Yeah,
so
yeah. That's cool.
So hopefully they'll be through soon.
Yeah.
Is the tap house community like? Is that kind of like a knit group where people talk to each other, or is it everyone kind of does their thing?
Absolutely. No, I mean I think it should be, right? It's
Yeah.
beer. It's just sitting down drinking
Yep.
beer. But I'm friends with all these guys in the community, and
Yeah.
there's no reason not to, right?
Yeah, there's
It's-
so much good beer in
it
Arizona.
is.
Yeah.
Right?
It is, and it's
Yeah.
getting better and better and better every
Yeah.
every day, and just good people run these things. So
Yeah.
it makes our life easier. Me and Brian, right? You give
Yeah.
me good beer,
Yeah.
I can sell it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
exactly.
can sell it
Yeah.
or drink it, right?
Yeah.
So, but it's. Yeah, the community is what I'm all about, and the craft beer community, and then you just see it all kind of come together.
Yeah. Now, is this your only location?
It is for this, but we have a venue out on Val Vista and Southern called
Okay.
Tucked Away. We were a restaurant, open every day, but now we're just closed. We do private events and pop-up dinners and
nice. Okay.
fundraisers.
Is it like more like a banquet hall type thing, or?
Kinda. It's a super small scratch kitchen.
Okay.
My business partner, he's a great chef, and we do all kinds of stuff over there.
Is he the sushi guy?
No, he's another good friend of mine though,
Ricky.
But we do Taco Tuesday.
Nice.
You know Ricky?
Yeah. So I met Ricky. He's cousins with one of my closest friends.
Of course.
So
he is.
we were in Mexico, and Matt and I, my buddy Matt, we were coming back from the bathroom, and all of a sudden this guy grabs Matt, and they're hugging it out. Ricky's got no shirt on.
Totally sounds about right.
Yeah, and that's how we met, and we're talking, and he's a sushi guy, and by the way, I had a sushi for the first time here 6 months after I met him.
That's
6 months after I met him.
awesome.
So that's
awesome.
all we talked about was sushi. I was like, I love sushi, and then he just happened to be like right here, hooking it up, and man, it was amazing.
Yep,
he's really good.
We were with him yesterday. It was his birthday yesterday.
No kidding.
Yeah,
Happy birthday,
And
Ricky.
he's done, right? He's done. He's not drinking or anything, so he starts rolling sushi for everybody.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's
Fresh
awesome.
ahi flew in from Japan and yellowtail. That was great.
Yeah,
And
he's got
Ricky's
a big
good dude.
history, right? Like he
Yep.
worked for the Diamondbacks,
Yeah.
and he did things with
Kona Grill and all that. Yep.
Yeah. So he's legit, man. He's and a great guy.
Yep.
Oh my gosh, dude, my face
Small
hurt.
world.
Yeah, my face hurt. I was laughing so much with him. You know what I mean? That
Oh,
time
I
in
know.
Mexico.
Oh, I know. We were
It
hanging
was-
out with him yesterday. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Good old
So-
Ricky.
Yeah,
But
man.
that right there is what it's all about for us.
Yeah,
you know?
for sure, man.
Food,
For sure.
booze, all that good stuff.
Good times.
Yeah.
Good times.
So,
Yeah.
so
Good vibes.
tell me about the fundraising that you do at the other location. Is it like people trying to do fundraisers that use your location and buy the food and drink from you?
Yep.
So how does that work? How can people get a hold of you to hook that up?
So they can either reach me here at Tipsy Cactus, like on our social media
Okay.
or any of that, but they can also go to Tucked Away Craft Kitchen, and it comes directly to me, and we do fundraisers. We're doing a fundraiser with a local restaurant right down the street.
Okay.
Called If Market. She's an allergy-free restaurant.
Dude, I know exactly the place.
Yeah.
Yeah, that little shopping center
Yep.
right down the street.
Yep.
Yeah.
Lisa and Ned, and they
Yeah.
specifically do this thing, and they're trying to raise awareness and money for kids with crazy food allergies. So
Yeah.
So they're a restaurant specific for that cater to people with allergies. I didn't know
food
that.
allergies. It's
I didn't
insane.
know that.
Yeah.
It's absolutely insane what they
Wow.
do and how they do it. And Ned is a great chef, and they're all about it. Their daughter is super sensitive to that stuff. so-
Wow, man.
Okay.
But it's just fun stuff like that. Like
Yeah.
if you guys have a fundraiser or something you guys ever want to do, I mean, we got the chef, we got the bar, we got the whole nine.
Awesome, man. What is it called again?
Tucked Away Craft
Tucked Away.
Kitchen. Yep.
Tucked Away
Okay.
Craft
Yep.
Kitchen.
And you
He
can-
sits on Val Vista and
Southern.
Southern.
Yep.
Okay.
All right. I'm
You
going to
can
put you
track
on the
us down.
spot real quick.
Okay.
What's your favorite beer?
My favorite
Yeah.
beer.
What's your
Oh
favorite?
my-
Like what? No,
My
that's hard.
go-to?
Yeah, your go-to right now.
My go-to right now would be anything from Goldwater. I'm just
Yeah.
saying. that.
Yeah,
I have a
of
birthday
course.
suit.
Yeah, they're awesome.
Birthday suit is
Birthday
my
Suit's one of my favorite too.
So
Is it
clean,
what's
right?
is it an IPA or
West
is it-
Coast,
West
yep.
Coast.
A
Yeah.
perfect IPA.
Yep, exactly.
It's a
Birthday
perfect
suit.
IPA.
Exactly.
I'll have to try
If
that
I
one.
Too
had
much of anything.
Anything though, just being from New Mexico, I'd go La Cumbre.
La Cumbre?
Elevated IPA. That's just
That's you.
That's
Yep.
that's New
Right on.
Mexico,
Really
and
good
those
one.
are
Yeah.
my buddies, and
Yeah,
so that's
yeah.
my
I don't think I knew
That's
they were
my
from New
go-to.
Mexico.
Yeah. What part?
Las Cruces.
Las Cruces.
Yep.
Okay. And what brought you out here?
Went to culinary school and just kind of worked our way through here. Left, came back, and
No shit.
We've been back 10 years now. So
Wow, man. Wow.
Yeah, it's good.
So Tojo and I were talking about, we started coming here like right before COVID. That's when
Yeah.
I started coming here. And you did a great job getting my wife drunk, by the way.
Yeah, all right, good. We're doing it right
So-
there.
And it
Like
was
she
funny.
needs help.
No,
Yeah, right.
but it was funny because she never saw like the ABV. He was like, "Oh, try this one." And he's bringing her like porters and the darks and try this one. Next thing you know,
Creeps
she's
up on her
hammered.
quickly. Oh, yeah, for sure.
So where was I going with this? We were talking about
Before
Pre-COVID.
COVID.
pre-COVID. Yeah. So tell me about staying open during COVID. What carried your business for that year that was just like awful?
Oh man, it was the community.
Yeah.
Literally Mesa. We just it all came together. And,
Yeah.
and we had to kind of go with the rules and kind of just figure it out. And I'd keep everybody employed. And
Yeah.
And at my restaurant was the same thing. We kept everybody employed. And
Wow.
we
Because
had to just
you
step
guys were
back.
allowed to do like the to-go stuff, right?
Yep.
Oh,
That's when
yeah.
you could do liquor to go and things like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
So we were
pull the
able
mic
to
a little
kinda-
closer. Yeah.
we were-
I know I'm making you turn. I
We're
apologize.
able to just kind of hold on to that and
That's
just,
so
just
cool,
keep
man.
doing it. But it's the community. I love the East Valley. I think the East
Yeah.
Valley kind of always comes together, and the people out here, they just care about each other. I think it's a little bit more kind of that smaller town.
Yeah, especially
mentality.
like the smaller companies, like like the mom and pop type businesses. Everyone's like, God, I hope they make it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure. I mean, and one way to make it's like we were talking about fundraising the other day. We were talking about the We Defy Foundation on our podcast, and people are like, well, I'd like to do something for veterans. I like to do something, whatever. You want to do something for community? Come in and buy a shirt. Come here, have a beer.
Exactly. Yeah.
Right? Just spend your money with local business.
Right.
Yep.
Right? And that's how you make it work. Right?
Exactly
It's that simple. And every penny counts. Like when I was in sales, we were talking about the big jobs that we're selling.
Yep.
Big jobs that we're selling.
Yep.
My boss was always about the small jobs.
Yeah.
Like, what else you got? What else you got? What else you got? What else you got? That's all you ever talked about. And those little, $5,000, $15,000 jobs added up
really
to
quickly
a good
too.
month,
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
So same thing here, man. Spend $20, buy a hat, whatever, buy a T-shirt, have a beer. If you don't drink, I think you have non-alcoholic.
Yeah.
How much non-alcoholic stuff do you have? How many
I got
options?
a decent amount, and then we've got some all these breweries are coming out with really good non-alcoholic beers like Zero.
Yeah.
But we've got a decent amount of stuff over there for
that's awesome.
for people to come in for the DDs and things like that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
people
So-
don't need to be boozing all the time,
Right.
right? But,
Well-
I don't know about all that. But, I mean,
It's not bad.
To each their own.
exactly.
Well, Sean, I want to thank you for coming on. We're going to talk a little jiu-jitsu here in a minute, but let everybody know where we can find you. Address, you're on 2722 South Alma School Road in Mesa, Arizona. So if you're listening to this and you want to come get some training in, come on in. If you want to just come in for a beer, you open for business at what, 1 o'clock?
Today we're open at noon, I think is what we're opening, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so please come in and have a beer. And Sean, let us know how else we can find you.
Yeah, you can find, like he said, you can find us here at Tipsy Cactus, tucked away. We got food trucks, we do caterings, we do all kinds of stuff. So if you need anything, let us know, and you can find us. But come see Brian down here. He takes care of this place really, really well. And
What about social media?
We're all Tipsy Cactus, Facebook, Instagram. I'm not a Twitter guy or any of that kind of stuff. But,
Good for you.
Well, I'm trying, right? Yeah.
You got to start dancing on TikTok.
Oh,
That would fucking sell.
You never know. You guys will be my first one then. But no, thank you guys. Thank you guys for coming, and thank you for all of this. This is what it's about, and we need more of this.
Man.
In the world.
Thank you so much for doing this,
Thank you
man.
guys.
I love
Absolutely.
it. Thanks, brother.
Appreciate you as always, man.
Pleasure,
Good
man.
to see you.
Yes,
Thanks,
same.
brother.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thanks, Sean.
I'll get out of the way. I'm just like this
No,
wall.
you're
Yeah,
good.
Tojo's in the way.
You guys need a beer yet?
I'll have whatever you're having.
Deal.
All right.
Need a beer?
Sure.
All right, deal.
I like fresh IPAs. Just whatever.
Oh, that was cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For those who don't speak address, they're on the northwest corner of Alma School and Guadalupe.
Yeah, head north.
Yeah.
Whatever the fuck.
There's a Subway, a tattoo shop here. You'll see it.
You know what I had to get used to in Arizona is people always talk like they're like in their Army Rangers, like go north on this, and are you headed east or west? I don't know. Fucking sun's in my eyes. You tell me.
Well, it depends what time of day it is.
Yeah, man.
But this place, I mean, it's not hard. It's right off the street, right across the street from McDonald's or whatever. It's pretty obvious when you drive by. There's a tap
I
house.
think we want to watch a little jiu-jitsu, Steven. Yeah, let's do it, man.
Let's see who we can make fun of.
Yeah, there we go.
Oh, look at Mike. He's
There's-
already crying over there.
There's my boy Mitch. There's my boy Mitch and Jason.
Eddie trying to get
Mike,
the angles over there. Look at that.
Conrado, George. Got a lot of folks. Got a lot of folks from Aries, East Mesa, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu here.
Taylor's over here beating up Greg.
Poor Greg's getting pounced on.
Oh, thanks, man.
Thank you, my friend. Cheers.
Cheers, you guys. Thank
This
Salute.
one, me. Thanks, brother.
Cheers, man.
Cheers.
All right.
What are we drinking here?
56 panel from Chapman.
56 panel?
56.
Orange, California.
Awesome. 56 panel from Chapman. Yeah, I love it, man.
Yeah.
We tried.
That's a good clean one. Yeah, that's good. Yeah.
We tried getting some mugs done, some FoxCast mugs.
Couldn't get them last minute.
They're
Yeah.
getting done, but it'll be whatever. It'll be a few days.
Some pint glasses.
But
We had the idea like a day ago.
yeah, pretty much.
We're like, hey, we should have pint glasses for the beer. And it's
Yeah.
like, oh, wait. Those have to get made.
Yeah, man. So, so for those of you that love jiu-jitsu, I mean,
Everyone moved out of the camera.
everybody moved out of the camera spot. That's okay. That just goes to show that we have plenty of mat space, right? We have plenty of mat space.
Get your ass down here.
Yeah. I don't know, Steven, I don't know if we're able to see if anybody's asking questions on the live, but if there's any questions, just throw them out there. I also want to talk about some comments that have come out. So
Good or bad ones?
I don't want to say good or bad. I would say they're relevant, right? They're relevant. They are. I think because the shorts can be somewhat. There's context to them, right? Mm-hmm. So we're the one that's been getting a lot of comments is Amy's short about don't protect the choke. So context. So we were at a seminar with Milton Bastos, and Milton is to say he's unorthodox is an understatement, right? Very unorthodox, and he'll admit
as a human, not just his jiu-jitsu.
Well, it pours into his jiu-jitsu, right? Mm-hmm. So he talks about having a strong enough, I guess a strong neck, right? Strong neck and being able to maintain your composure while being choked. So his strategy is, escape the choke by working on other stuff rather than focusing too much on hands, right? Tucking the chin and dropping your body level, right? Mm-hmm. So that you cannot be choked, because your head position is important when you're applying a choke from, obviously the back, right?
Right.
So if your head position is too low, you can't be choked. If your head position is too high.
Oh, shit.
I think Polo's trying to seduce me. Polo's got some beignets.
You speak his love language.
Oh, my gosh.
Sweet.
Get you guys some breakfast.
Thank you, my friend. Thank you so much. Yeah. This is awesome. Hey, let me know when you have a break. I want to get you on, okay?
I'll be back.
Awesome.
Oh, yeah. Here's what we got going on here, guys.
So the camera's pointed the other way.
Oh, well. Stupid camera pointing at the ground. This is way better.
But I'm definitely going to have one of these. But anyway, we were talking about getting choked. Anyway, so his way of defending.
Don't worry, Polo. We'll get it on. We'll get that on.
Yeah. His way of defending was that we drop our level and then focus on the other stuff to escape the choke, right? Mm-hmm. So when Amy was talking about don't fight the choke, that's what she was saying, right? Yeah. Drop your level and don't fight the
People
choke.
Are like, what the hell do you mean?
Yeah, that is the stupidest advice. Well, no shit.
That's kind of what I like to, conceptually when I talk about defending anything, arm bars, triangles, collar chokes or whatever, I think of it from the point of view of the attacker. Right?
Yes.
So what, as the person implementing this choke, what do I want?
Correct.
Right. So from the back position, right, I want to make sure that I'm ear to ear, right? I'm making sure that I'm underneath his chin, all that kind of stuff. If I can start taking those little things away from that person, that now they can't choke you.
Correct.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's basically, if you can get the position, because it's always position before submission.
Yeah.
Well, if we can get that position to where it's like outside of where he can actually implement that submission, well, then you don't have to defend the choke. You're
Correct.
just defending the position.
And that was the entire point.
Yeah.
And unfortunately,
hey, look, the producer.
Hey,
everybody.
the producer, Steven. Hello, boy.
I know, we keep forgetting. Turn this damn camera. We're idiots.
We'll talk to him in a minute. So anyway, that was part of it. There was another one. Getting a lot of comments on Sarah Black's podcast.
Yeah.
Dude, she's just an amazing person.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And anyway, but
Was someone talking shit?
No shit talking.
Sarah
Beat the shit out of it.
Yeah.
So and you know what? She's got like super thick skin. She was dominant in a male-dominated sport.
Yeah.
So you think you think you're gonna hurt her
even
feelings?
worse than jiu-jitsu, judo is like way more like that. Like it's such a, because that's more of a traditional martial art, right? Jiu-jitsu is kind of like bridging that gap from traditional to modern martial arts, right?
Yeah.
Obviously, there's Japanese jiu-jitsu, which would fall under that more traditional martial arts. Judo is very traditional.
Oh yeah, for
bow
sure.
to your sensei, that kind of shit, right?
Well,
I mean, growing up in that.
Yeah, and the respect that the competitors in judo show for each other, just the way they bow to each other, it's...
And then try to smash each other's faces into the ground.
Yes.
I love Olympic judo. It is a very violent sport.
It's awesome.
Yeah, it's violently beautiful.
It is. And the way they fall, like if
beautifully violent.
If you've never had somebody hit you over the head with the earth before, you can appreciate how they fall.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or when somebody lands like rib to rib, with all that momentum. Oh my gosh.
That's really what wrestling and judo is. It's like I'm hitting you with the earth.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I think what we're doing as far as as the influence that wrestling has with we can turn it. Yeah, we can turn. I think the influence that wrestling has with jiu-jitsu is such that I think, the slap bump thing that's more traditional with jiu-jitsu, that I don't want to say it's going away, but it's very much like, the
well, I don't
know
how
how
to
to
Conor
put it.
McGregor thing that's kind of leeching, I
Yes.
want to say, into jiu-jitsu, because I really appreciate the whole, we can go for each other's ankles and fucking try to, hurt each other for 5 minutes, and then afterwards it's a hug, slap hands, that's really cool. You don't really get that in a lot of sports.
Yeah.
They, show that sportsmanship, but it's very much just,
exactly.
slap hands and, turn away.
Exactly,
I think most competitors, obviously, in general, have at least a mutual respect for each other.
Yeah, and an appreciation, right?
Yeah.
Because who better to push you than somebody that is one of your peers?
Yeah,
right?
we talked about that before, right?
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
if your peers are fucking good, you're gonna get good.
For sure, for
Right?
sure.
So-
Hey, let's talk real quick about Beignet and
Yeah,
Coffee Shack.
look at these things.
They brought us some beignets this morning for
Open that
breakfast,
baby.
and let's crack these open. Look at that. Look at that. If
What
you're
do you
not
got
here,
looks like straw or grape. What is that? It's probably caramel,
Yep.
chocolate.
yeah. So we got it all going on here, man. Get out here to Tipsy Cactus, and like we said, man, support local business. We got a lot of people that are just small business owners trying to make their way, and they're very generous with all the stuff that they're
And like
providing.
Alex mentioned earlier, locally owned jiu-jitsu guy from Phoenix.
Yep.
Polo Trang.
Yep. Trung. Yep.
Yeah, dude, this stuff looks really good.
Yeah, man. I'm gonna chow.
You guys just want to watch us eat for a little bit? We'll turn on the ASMR.
Let's do this. Let's do this. You talk while I'll eat, and I'll talk while you.
Oh,
eat.
that's just rude.
That's okay.
I don't know if I can handle that.
You can do it.
Look at that. Look at that. Oh, is that the strawberry or grape one?
A grape one.
Tell me about it.
Oh,
Explain
my God.
to me.
Dude, I can't even explain it. It's so perfect. It's warm.
I'm
It's
definitely
warm,
gonna
so
do
it's
chocolate.
melting.
Definitely
My
gonna
God.
do chocolate. We're gonna make a fucking mess here.
Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah, whatever. That's what towels are for. Mm-hmm. But anyways, what Sean was talking about, the community supporting itself. I was talking to someone yesterday at the Travis Mills Foundation open mat that we had at Aries East Mesa yesterday,
Yep.
which we had Gracie Baja from Queen Creek. The two locations, right? There was the Ocotillo
and Queen Creek. Yeah.
Showed up in droves. It was probably just as many Aries people as it was Gracie Baja people.
Yep.
Everyone getting along.
Yep.
Surprise. Right?
Yeah.
Everyone's like, oh, Gracie Baja.
No one died.
No one wants to.
Yeah.
No, those guys showed up. They supported. I think they matched donations.
So Tom Dwiggins is one of the owners of Gracie Baja, Ocotillo, and Queen Creek, and he was going to match. I think he was going to match the dollar for dollar the Gracie Baja donations,
Okay.
which is freaking amazing,
Yeah.
man. That is above and beyond. I mean, it's a good cause anyway.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I think
It's an easy sell.
it's an easy sell, and just Tom stepping up, and he's a first responder. He's a veteran first responder.
Yeah.
I think he's a fire chief. He's a fire chief in Chandler.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, I'm sure he has a soft spot in his heart for veterans and first responders, obviously. But dude, I didn't ask him. You know what I mean? He
Yeah.
just did it. So yeah,
I mean,
he's a good guy.
like you said, it's an easy sell,
Yeah,
right? I mean,
yeah.
it's such a cool organization. A lot of times you you don't know the background of an organization. You're like, is all this money going to the right
Right,
place?
yeah.
You know? And this one has been vetted, right? Especially within the community, especially it's veteran run, right?
Mhm.
So it's
Oh, yeah.
none of those guys want to be taking advantage of other veterans.
Mm-hmm.
The jiu-jitsu community in general is really good about making sure that everything stays in the community if possible.
Yeah.
Which is that was the point that I was trying to get to. Is I was talking to somebody who was wanting to get his pool redone, and it's you have Michael Koenig. He runs a pool restoration
For
business
sure.
or a
Yeah.
remodel business. It's
Yeah.
they're within the community. You can find someone who does whatever you need. You need a carpenter. There's someone who does carpentry work, right? And you need tile done or whatever. It's and it's we all in general want to kind of support the people that do have own businesses like that in the community. We want beer. Look where we're at.
Yeah.
We're at a locally owned tap house.
Yeah, and-
Tipsy Cactus.
And Sean, I'm sorry, Brian. Brian is one of the bartenders here, and honestly, man, like I told Sean, I wasn't kidding. Like, I thought Brian was like a part owner.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, his enthusiasm. I mean, forget about for beer for people, you know. And then when he talked about rolling for beer, I think he and I talked about it for like maybe 5 minutes, and then I wasn't here a couple weeks, and then when I came in, it was like, man, it's like we just picked up right where we left off. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know if that's like jiu-jitsu, if that's beer, if that's like whatever, but that's
I think it's
really
just
cool.
local communities.
Yeah, for sure, man.
You know,
yeah.
it's like that one thing that we all have in common is we're all like, you know, Phoenix locals.
Yeah.
You know, in general.
This friggin' jerk is awesome.
Dude, everything we're getting is awesome.
It's really good.
So if anybody else wants to sponsor and give us free stuff.
No, we don't. Not here. We appreciate this. Thank you guys so much.
But on that note, though, the beignet and coffee, they're here at all of these events here.
Yeah.
It's so good, man. The coffee's good. The beignets are good. What are the bagnets?
Bagnets.
Bagnets. Oh, look at him.
Sorry, I was chewing. No, but I mean, it goes beyond that. Like, I remember they had like wings and stuff. Remember that when they were doing the when they were out there and supporting tournaments and stuff. So let's talk a little bit more about the fundraiser yesterday because I mean, obviously we didn't get a chance to do a podcast there. We're kind of busy, but the turnout was awesome, man.
Yeah,
the turnout was amazing. It was just like I was blown away, and Raising Cane's Chicken stepped up huge. They sponsored our food. They sponsored food for 100 people.
Which I've never had their food. Their chicken was really good.
It's really
and
good.
That sauce, holy shit.
I don't know what they put in it. I'm afraid to ask. But,
mostly meth.
Yeah, mostly meth. I'm good with that. But this is just like an example of like there are good people out there that want to support. So if you have a cause, you don't have to be a salesperson. Like Tojo said, it sells itself if it's a good enough cause, right? And just get out there and, man, just ask.
Yeah.
Just ask, man. And we just like when Dan and I were putting that open mat together, we were like, well, what else can we do? What else can we do? And you know, now we're gonna go like next level. Now we're gonna go like, you know, we want corporate sponsors to sponsor our events. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you know, obviously local business would be great, but corporate sponsors have some pretty deep pockets too. You know, so definitely want to hit them up. But
it's nice to keep that money in the local community.
Yes, agreed. Absolutely, absolutely. But so if you guys are interested in sponsoring an event, we are doing several Travis Mills Foundation fundraisers this year. I'd love to get Travis on the show.
That'd be awesome.
That would be pretty awesome,
really
getting Travis on the show.
Do you guys have a golf tournament coming up, right?
We do, November 17th.
Oh, coming up. Jesus, that's far away.
Well, I mean,
that's a beautiful time of year, obviously.
But here's the thing. It sounds like it's a long time away unless you're putting it together.
Sure.
Because we want to sell whole sponsorships. We want to sell, we obviously we want to sell like entries. You know, we want to get 144 golfers on the
Hold on,
on the
I got to
field.
point this out. Look at Rob, sitting over there like one of those French girls.
Where is he?
I'm going to get my pen and paper out here soon.
Oh, my gosh. Oh, my gosh. Quit posing. We all know you're beautiful.
Oh, look, Vin and Marlena are walking in.
Oh, man.
They have gear. I think we might have some glassware.
We might have some glassware today.
Hi, Marlena. What do you have? Hi,
Vin walked in, Marlena walked in, and everything
nobody wants
stopped.
to hear from Vin, though.
Everything stopped. Hello, hello. Do you have the glassware? So I requested.
Gimme. Oh, these are whiskey glasses? Oh, sweet.
Yes.
Hopefully I don't just break everything right now.
So Tojo had a great idea on Friday night to ask Marlena to make us some glassware.
Check these out. Oh, these
Check
are
those
fucking
out.
cool.
FoxCast glass.
Oh, yes.
FoxCast pint glasses.
Look at
These are one of a kind, everybody. One of a kind.
Well, I have 4.
4 of a kind.
4 of a kind.
Wow, Marlena came through big, man. Look at these. These are beautiful. Awesome.
Awesome. Hell yeah, Marlena.
I don't know if Sean's going to be mad, but I'm switching.
Yeah, we're switching the glasses.
Totally switching.
Hopefully I didn't just mess up something.
That's okay. There we go. I guess I got to pour that a little bit better.
Yeah, it's probably clean enough too, right?
Oh, I'm sure it. Listen.
Look.
Come on, man. Build your immune system.
Listen, Linda.
Yeah, man.
Logo out, bro.
But logo out. Yes, logo's out. Sorry. So yeah, what were we talking about? We were talking about
supporting the
local community.
Local community.
Yeah.
Like everyone here, like I said, everyone here tries to do that. It's as long as you have a good product, it's like it's an easy sell, right?
Yeah.
And I haven't run into a local company that isn't like a good product, isn't worth supporting, right?
Absolutely.
Because they wouldn't be around. I mean, that's kind of the reality of it.
With the exception of this podcast.
Yeah, I don't know how this thing's still here. Good thing you're not trying to make money off of this thing.
Oh my gosh. Oh, look. Vin, how's it going, buddy? Vin wants to be on camera. Look at him. Unbelievable. This is what happens when you invite people to a bar.
Jump on there and just start wrecking people with like the street clothes.
Yes,
yeah,
100%.
Absolutely.
100%.
Yeah.
I do have to be working there, and I have to be at work in 30 minutes, but I think it might be fun to try to punch somebody.
Oh my gosh.
Vin and Aries black belt. Who,
especially somebody that doesn't know me. Like, yeah, I just wanted to come in and get a beer. Can you try this out real quick?
I've never tried this jiu-jitsu
What
thing
is this
before.
jiu-jitsu stuff that you guys do? What is this magic? Oh my gosh. We got to get McClarty in here.
Greg.
Yeah, so we're trying to wave down Greg McClarty from Control Physical Therapy. He's actually on the mats.
You want a break?
He's actually on the mats and
Putting in work.
Is Marlena leaving?
No.
Dude, look at these glasses that she made.
These are fucking cool, dude.
These are amazing. Look
Maybe
at
I'll remember to take these ones home.
that. Oh, I hope so.
Because I think my mug is still on your table.
Yeah, I think it is.
My coffee mug. Mm-hmm. Well, whiskey mug.
Hey, hop in, Greg. Come on.
Yeah.
Come on. Yes,
You're in the middle. Oh, no.
Yeah, let me just.
Oh, I see what you're
Yeah.
Hey, buddy.
All right.
Hey, don't touch our beignets.
These are
ours.
your headphones. Feel free to touch the beignet.
Give him, watch your beers when you bring that.
Yeah. Let me do this.
He's going to fuck this up. Watch this.
I am not going to fuck this up. We're good.
Hey, up, whiskey glass.
Boom. There we go.
Nailed it.
All right, everybody. I don't know if you remember episode 7, but episode 7 was Dr. Greg McClarty. He hates when I call him Dr. Greg.
We tried to forget episode 7. It's the beginning of the end. Oh, we're not talking about Star Wars. Sorry.
But Greg, man, thanks for coming on, man.
Yeah, thanks for having me. Again.
Yeah, man. So you were on the mats?
Yeah.
Yeah. So how did you get involved with this Rolling for Beer? Because you're one of the sponsors, right? You're one of the So tell me about that.
So I actually just showed up to the first one, and I kind of stuck around and helped Eddie break down the mats and everything, and he was just kind of at the end of it like, hey, you want to sponsor this and get involved? So I was like, yeah, of
Easy
course.
as that. He's like, yeah, sure.
So Eddie and I have we've been friends for a long time. So
Yeah.
as soon as I started my business and everything, I had him starting to make my shirts, do my hats.
Nice.
like,
Yeah,
all
of
that
course,
stuff,
of course.
So.
And that's all through the jiu-jitsu community type thing, right? I mean, it's kind of what we do.
It's almost
Absolutely.
cliche. We keep saying it, but it's like so true.
Yeah,
Yeah,
for sure, man. Yeah.
It's that's again, we talked about this on the episode I did with you, but
If you didn't
it's
listen,
just-
fuck you.
yeah, right.
Hey, you know what's funny? Tojo didn't listen.
I imagine.
That's the ironic piece right now. Sorry, go ahead.
So it's just the Arizona community, I think.
Yeah.
Like most people from it. You have your stragglers that don't really get involved, but I think that's what's amazing about what we have going on here.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool, man. That's cool. So, so how's it been going with Control Physical Therapy? And tell me about clients that you've gotten and anything exciting going on.
I think you're at a new location since the last time you were on. Since episode
No,
7?
still Scottsdale.
Yeah. So no, but when you were in, it was a different location.
Yeah, no, I mean, since I had to go see you. But
Yeah.
I thought.
Where were you before?
So I was up on Frank Lloyd Wright. So I was
Okay.
in this really tiny, like 450
Oh,
square
that's
foot
right. You told me
office.
about that. Yeah.
So I'm in a much bigger space now. So,
Where,
so it's
what's your
awesome.
crossroads again right now?
Let me think. I have jiu-jitsu brain right now. Via Dave Ventura and Hayden.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So right off the freeway, basically there.
Pretty close. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
about a mile off. So
Okay.
yeah, it's
Sweet.
going really well.
Bigger location. I know you have mats now and
yeah,
everything.
yeah. I got it's a small mat space. Like it's just 200 square feet, but I mean it's basically pretty much what we have going on here.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So it's nice to be able to roll with people when they're coming back from like a surgery or just something that I'm not like quite comfortable with them.
Which is
training
often
from.
overlooked. I know I know you guys talked about it a little bit, but like having a physical therapist who like knows the stress, because nobody like really gets jiu-jitsu unless they've done jiu-jitsu.
Exactly.
You know, you talk to your mom about jiu-jitsu and they're like, oh, it's like karate.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
It's exactly like karate.
Yes,
So I tell
Mom,
them,
you are
it's
correct.
exactly like karate.
You have never been wrong in your life.
And one of the most unique things from jiu-jitsu to like not even just like other martial arts but other sports and things like that is you can pretty much like key in on like as a physical therapist you can go, okay, I know you need to be able to throw, you need to be able to get your arm up overhead and
Yeah.
into this motion, but
Yeah.
like in jiu-jitsu you have to be able to get your arm here,
Yeah.
here, and just like it's
or have
so-
somebody put it there.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah,
Yeah.
you want to identify that kind of position where you're weak before somebody else identifies it for you. You know?
Yeah.
And I do that for them. I do that for the jiu-jitsu people, but it's in a very controlled way. You know,
Yeah.
so I'll be like,
Yeah.
just stop me whenever you feel
Yeah.
something, and I'll
No, that's good.
I'll stop. I don't care about tapping you or
Right.
winning or whatever. And
Yeah.
a lot of times it intensifies from there, but that's just because. You know, that we want it to intensify. You want to go back 100% rather
Right.
than like.
Because that's the goal, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So my wife laughed at me because of my lack of spine mobility. So we
That's
were
not
doing,
the only thing she laughs at him.
Well, yeah, that's one of many. I'm just thinking of the most recent, but thank you for bringing that up.
Yeah, you're welcome.
So we were doing the dive bomber kind of push-ups. You know what I mean? Where you kind of go like this. And she said I was like a seesaw.
Right.
So how do I work on my spine mobility? Or is it too late? I'm 50.
No.
Should I
Like
just
you
dive?
sign up
Am
and
I
you
just
show
dead?
up to his physical therapy.
I mean, that's your best
Do,
route. but-
do you want to support the podcast? And I'm just
Are you threatening?
Greg, I'm out of money.
He's a made man. He just works.
I am a kept man. Thank you, kept man. Yeah.
So you just have to. No, it's not too late, to be honest with you.
Okay.
Like, that's the one thing is like I personally could only squat to like 80 degrees before, and now I can like get into deep squats. And,
Really?
Like, yeah. Like it's, and you know I started establishing that mobility at 41. Because I was
Wow.
already a physical therapist, but I had been told already that I was never going to be able to squat lower than I could squat, and by other physical therapists. And then I kind of started building this. Like I was like, I think I can get this moving better.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we get told age is an issue a lot, that where it shouldn't be an issue, because
Right.
like you look at like places where it's part of your life to squat every day, and 90-year-old people do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
So there
Yeah.
are ways to build up stuff.
So-
There's certain limitations you get at age, but it's not as bad as what we
Right.
make it out to be.
So you would you say that physical therapy isn't like just like, I think most people, I think myself included, have like the physical therapy to me is like injury rehab, but you could probably use it as prehab, right? I mean,
Oh yeah.
Yeah, prehab is good. Yeah.
Definitely. Yeah, and just for moving better, like in general. And there's difference between like different physical therapists. Some people only do injury rehab. Some only do like strength and conditioning type stuff. I do that stuff, but I do it in a different way. So like if somebody's coming to see me for the way I condition them, like they can also go to somebody like Vin. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
'Cause, like Vin's doing something else other than what I'm doing. You know, and they kind of complement each other rather than just being like, well, I already go see this guy. You know?
Yeah. No, I like it, man. I dig it, and like I said, man, a lot of the things that I try to do are like I don't know what you call it, preemptive, or what would you call it, preventive.
Yeah.
But I fall short on the mobility piece.
Yeah.
I really do. I fall short.
Yeah,
you know?
that's actually my focus. Really,
Is it?
is the mobility. Like
Yeah.
as far as trying to prepare people to do the sport, it's about mobility for me.
Yeah.
I think you still need all that strength and conditioning, the the big power movements and everything like
Yeah.
that. You need to use those in jiu-jitsu, but like my approach is not that. I'll get a little bit of it going, but
Do you think that's one of the top causes of like injury is people not actually being prepared, like
yeah.
mobility wise being prepared? For,
Yeah, I think just not having your joints prepared for it.
Yeah.
Actually, like the deep tissues. Like,
Yeah.
everybody works on the prime movers, the stuff that really,
like
really,
quads, biceps,
yeah,
triceps.
exactly.
Yeah.
Traps.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
I feel attacked. But what would you say like? How much gains would you see if you were actually working on mobility and strength at the same time?
Oh yeah.
Would it be exponential or would it be
yeah.
like moderate?
No. Like no. So for me, I'll give you an example. When I first started working on my mobility, really focusing on mobility, kind of the stuff that I took through to get my knee range of motion. I was just using one type of exercise at the time, and I was trying to help a partner get ready for EBI tournament, and
Okay.
he was like really worried about like the spider web position. And so
The what?
spider. No, you never know. Like there's so many rule sets out there. Like, so they.
Sorry.
So I told him I was like your opponents are just going to try and hold you in that position. So that's all I'm going to do. I was like I'm not going to try and armbar you. And
Yeah.
he's like,
Yeah.
and he's like okay. And before I could only hold a closed guard or a triangle for like 20 seconds before I was just gassed. And just working on my mobility, I sat there and held them for 5 minutes without any real fatigue. So,
Yeah.
Nice.
So it adds to all that other stuff too.
Gotcha.
Because there's like if you think about like if you're like holding onto a whip and you're holding onto it like really loosely.
Yeah.
So that's your joint, right? Like
Gotcha.
where your hand placement is.
Yeah.
So if it's just like kind of wildly moving around, then it's not going to move as well. So
it's like tightens that up.
yeah. So it actually helps the power movements as well.
Okay.
Nice.
Because I think a lot of people like. When I say a lot of people, I just keep projecting my own thoughts.
Yeah, that's
I keep
nice.
projecting, but like when someone talks to me, they're training mobility. I always think like, oh, you're doing a lot of stretching.
Yeah. So
Well,
that
yes and no, right? Yes and no.
you need that to have mobility. So
Yeah.
but if you look at like flexibility versus mobility, so flexibility would be your stretching, right? Mm-hmm. But you need a component of strength to be mobile.
So
You
like
need to
being
be
functional in those like
In
kind of
those
compromised positions, right?
Yeah. Being functional is right, and that's where what jiu-jitsu is, right? Like
Yeah.
so, I have a shoulder, just like my first day shoulder thing is like putting them in like head and arm triangle position, strengthening that, putting them in spider web type of position.
Kind of like
with the
anytime
arm,
you're
like-
in like a position that would traditionally be considered a bad position, like
Yeah.
your arms stuck over your head or
Yeah,
whatever, right?
yeah.
across the body, behind the back,
Yeah.
key lock position. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
so it's if you don't have the strength to fight out of this, stretching's not going to help you
Right.
build that. It's
Right.
going to just make you
You're just stuck in this position,
Yeah.
not getting submitted, but you're still stuck.
or more likely to get injured because you don't have any strength to protect you because
Right.
Yeah.
all you did was stretched in that range.
Right,
you know?
right.
Yeah, that's wild, man. So what can people do? Like, what would you recommend? Like, pre-workout type stuff. Like, what would you recommend? I know we talked about small movements. We talked about waking up in the morning, but like someone who's been working all day at a desk job and they're going to go train jiu-jitsu that evening, like what advice would you give them like pre-workout? What's a good mobility exercise to do before you jump on the mats?
Later, Van.
So I
Marlena.
like using like actually big motions at those points.
Okay.
So like I know we talked about when you're stiff and sore, like using small motions to kind of loosen up.
Yeah.
But when you're getting ready to do something big like jiu-jitsu, I get people down into like deep squat position and then have them do like various movements through that. Like so it's actually working the muscles again at that end range. But I try and use for a warm up. I try and use more of a dynamic movement.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Versus
Okay.
like, because I think a lot of people, again, projecting, like to like stretch before like training, but that's not actually what you really want to do, right?
No, no. You typically want to like move a little bit, like
Yeah.
So it's, you hear like light movement, like
I'm going to move the mic for you. Yeah. That's okay.
Light movement, like get on a elliptical or something like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
But then that's great for something like if you're getting ready to lift weights. But if you're getting ready to do jiu-jitsu, you wanna kind of get into those end ranges,
Right.
because it's not like to
Like those jiu-jitsu movements, basically.
yeah, exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah, I kind of typically try and.
I hope all the purple belts are listening right now.
Right. Yeah.
Those warm-ups you're skipping.
Yeah.
Walking in a door does
Yeah.
not prepare your joints.
No, or taping your fingers does not prepare your joints. Trust me.
Exactly.
I think Dave Blau feels attacked right now.
You know what? No one tapes more than Dave. I've seen him use electrical tape.
That's
Who
his
uses
warm-up.
electrical
That's his
tape?
warm-up, is spending the first 15 minutes taping.
I'm sorry, but electrical tape is ridiculous.
But it's got some give.
It's
I
got
don't
some,
know. I get it.
whatever. It's ridiculous. Do you tape? Nice.
Only if I have to.
Only
like
if you
I,
have to?
I have a torn ligament in this hand, so and then I have a chronically dislocating little toe. So I'll take that up, but I'm sorry.
I know a good physical therapist.
Yeah,
I'll recommend you.
I'll recommend.
Give me his number. The one I know sucks.
Is it hard? On that note, is it like, because they always talk about like doctors are the worst patients. Like, do you feel that's similar with physical therapy?
Yeah, so yeah, I get really bad at doing the exercises I know I need to do. But the nice thing is right when I need to do them, like I know I need to do them. So
Yeah.
I go, you know what I mean? So
No,
it's
that's good.
You're like, if I go one more day without this, I'm gonna blow out my knee.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, most of my stuff happens with like freak accidents. So, and it's never, I haven't had a really major injury since I kind of changed the way I do things.
Nice,
So,
nice. So my strategy, I was just thinking about like, how do I get you more involved with my show? So I'm just going to say I'm sponsored by Control Physical Therapy until you actually sponsor me.
Okay.
So, right? It's like projecting, right? I'm projecting, putting it out in the universe.
Just give him some stickers.
Oh, there you go. Perfect.
That's all I want.
Perfect.
Maybe a hat?
There you go.
Maybe a hat, you prick. Oh my God. No, but
I'll send it either way.
but hey, so tell everybody how they can find you, where they can find you, and what, all that other stuff.
Yeah, so is it bad to put your cell phone out on a podcast?
Oh, no.
No, pull it out. Who cares?
No, so I actually do a lot of scheduling and stuff through text message even. So I always give everybody my personal cell phone anyway. So it's
There's only like 3 people listening, so you're good.
okay. They all
Tens of listeners.
they all have my cell phone
Yeah.
anyway. So 480-227-5639. And then if you want to follow me on Instagram, I put a lot of jiu-jitsu content out on there. So it's control_physical_therapy. And then, of course, just www.controlphysicaltherapy.com.
Awesome, brother. Thank you.
All right.
I'll let you get
man.
back to it.
Okay,
And by
awesome.
the way, you need a roll union gi.
I know.
Roll what? Never
I know.
heard
I
of them.
actually do need to get one of them.
Thanks, brother. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Greg.
You got it. We saw you breathing heavy.
You're like, sorry guys, I have to take a break. I got to be on the podcast.
I can't not. It's rude. All right, man.
Yeah, that's awesome. Like we've talked about it before. Greg fixed my knee after surgery. I went from complete reconstruction of my LCL to training 100% in 3 months.
Wow. Yeah, that's...
Which, I mean, let me make sure that everyone knows LCL is a much easier surgery and much easier injury to come back from, say from like an ACL surgery or
Right.
PCL.
Yeah.
But, like, I was there twice a week consistently for ever since they cleared me. I think that was about a week after my surgery, and dude, it made a world of difference. That thing's gonna unclamp itself. But yeah, I mean, Greg, I don't want to say Greg's a miracle worker, but he knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I think a lot of us kind of think like, oh, we'll just take some time off, and taking time off. Oh shit!
Got too much crap on the...
Jesus. Can't take Alex anywhere. Hey, leave that to the professionals.
I know.
Steven's just like, what the fuck?
Don't look at me that way, Steven.
The producer is ready to quit his job.
Who can blame him?
Yeah.
Look what he's working with.
Yeah, this freaking shit show.
Oh my God, it is a shit show.
Um,
Yeah, so you went to Greg after surgery. I mean, a lot of us have gone.
Man, even
You know.
even before my surgery, because I remember like I was in like I think everyone kind of goes through this when they have like a real catastrophic injury, like any sort of like tendon or ligament rupture.
Yeah.
You're like, fuck.
Yeah.
You know,
Thanks,
like,
Steven.
This is gonna. Maybe I won't be able to change jiu-jitsu or whatever
Right.
sport you're doing.
Oh,
Right?
of course,
Maybe
yeah.
I won't be able to play football, or maybe I
Yeah.
won't be able to rock climber, or whatever it is. Right?
Yeah.
That's the first thing that goes through your mind. It's like, oh, I'm done.
Yeah.
Right. And then so I kind of like posted about it, and I was talking to some of my friends that I knew who had injuries of the knees, right? Like, and in jiu-jitsu, there's not a shortage. There's definitely people out there that have had knee injuries. But I was talking to Josh Rodriguez, and he's like, you need to call Greg. Here's his number.
Wow.
And I called Greg, and he like literally, and this is before I knew Greg at all, right? And so I gave him a call, or I texted him first, and kind of was talking to him a little bit. He's like, hey, can I just call you? And he called me, and like I was on the phone with him for like an hour, talking
Yeah.
about like, at that point I wasn't sure if I wanted to even do surgery yet.
Yeah.
And he's like, and he was just like, well, there are pros and cons to surgery, right? There's risks involved, right? And he was like very like matter of fact, which is what I needed, because
Yeah.
like I was at that emotional phase of an injury where you're like, fuck jujitsu, like
Yeah. This is bullshit.
yeah,
Yeah.
And he kind of like, honestly, like kind of walked me off the ledge. I mean, there was other people too that were like who've had injuries and were like, dude, I know it sucks, but like you're gonna get your surgery, you're gonna rehab it, you'll be back to training,
Yeah.
and it'll just be in the rearview mirror, right? And I did that, and so I was like, all right, fuck it, I'm gonna get my surgery. Did the surgery. As soon as I got my my clear to start physical therapy, I was like, Greg, what day do you need me here?
Awesome.
I can't. I tell everybody who gets injured, even if they're like not surgery worthy, like maybe they just like pulled something. I'm
Yeah.
like, call Greg, because like with the stuff that I was doing with him, like I kind of alluded to that a little bit, where like a lot of people are just like, oh, I just need to take some time off.
Yeah.
Or like like stretch, do that kind of mobility type. What I thought would be considered mobility.
Yeah.
No. It was like being strong in those compromised positions was like one of the things that like Greg was focusing on. He's like, too many people focus on like just being flexible. Flexible versus mobile are two different things, like Greg just alluded to.
Yeah. I need to get that through my thick skull. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
Which is like, he just like opened my eyes to that, and I was like, yeah, there's a difference, right? Like, yeah, if I can put my like foot behind my head, that's cool.
Right.
But like if someone puts my foot behind my head now I can't like get out of that.
Forces the issue.
Now
Yeah.
what?
Yeah.
Now what? Right?
Yeah.
You got to be functional in those positions, and that's like what he focuses on. And I just can't stress it enough. It's having a PT who knows what goes on in jiu-jitsu is you can't put a price on that.
Right. Yeah. I mean,
he does put a price on it though.
He does put a price on it. And this show is sponsored by Control Physical Therapy. I'm just going to say
He
it.
pays my salary.
I'm going to say it until he tells me to stop.
his non-salary.
Yeah, but what I've done like in my life is pretty much every doctor that I have in my life is a jiu-jitsu guy.
Yeah.
Including my like what do you call the everyday bullshit doctor, whatever the fuck it is.
Primary care?
Primary care doctor, yeah. Love you, Tyler. Taylor.
He's one of your students, right?
Yeah. So he's it was important to me to have that relationship with my doc. You know what I mean? I mean, whatever. I mean, it may cost a little more, because I mean, it's not like a copay type of thing, Mm-hmm. But honestly, like every question that I have revolves around like how soon can I get on the mats?
Mm-hmm.
So when and this is going to be like a public announcement, whatever what do they call those things, but for people that are my age, and I joke about being old in jiu-jitsu years, and I am, but really, in real life, I'm not that old. I mean, like, if I were to die tomorrow, people are like, oh shit, he was only 50, right?
I'd be like, well, he was fucking 50. What do you expect?
But the thing is, like, so many people my age really neglect their health, And there's one thing
Especially
about
after like family. Kids.
Yeah, dude, I get it, man. Yeah, but it's one thing to neglect your physical health and not go into the gym and all that stuff, or maybe you're just the opposite. Like you're an avid lifter, or you're a cyclist, or you're a swimmer, or whatever. But neglecting what's going on internally could be catastrophic, right? So I recently had a CT scan of my heart. Just to make sure, because a good friend of mine, our teammate, Tony, had a stroke. And love you, Tony. Hope you're listening.
Yep.
But
you're doing good.
yeah, I hope you're doing well. He went home, which is awesome.
Yep.
But I mean, how many ticking time bombs do I have in my body, right? So,
Or even Patrick, one of the purple belts in my school.
Yeah.
He was just like not feeling well, and he went in, and they're like, "Oh shit, we need to get you into surgery."
It was like a triple bypass or something, right?
Yeah, they had to open his chest up and everything.
Wow.
But like, he just thought he was just not feeling well. Like he was just kind of out of breath all the time.
But that's what we all say to ourselves, right? It's just, I'm all right, you know?
Yeah.
That guy, Zach, that passed away, you know, I think he came out of a tournament and thought, well, you know, I just don't feel well.
Yeah.
And he had cancer.
Yeah.
You know, that was another fundraiser we did.
Yeah.
You know, gosh, man, there's so many. Like, it's a good cause, but it fucking sucks,
Yeah.
you know, that it went down. Yeah, man. Yeah. But yeah, it's one of those things like you gotta take care of yourself, not just physically, like externally. You know what I mean? Like not just the external.
We all
but
feel
internal.
invincible until we're not.
Yeah, and your body will betray you if you just neglect it.
Yeah.
You know, so yeah,
I say
sucks.
as eating just a bunch of sugar and drinking a beer.
Well, every once in a while it's not bad, but I mean we were drinking at 10 in the morning, so I don't know if that's a good thing.
Yeah, but I mean it get a primary care, guys. Go get checked out.
Yeah.
Periodically. Like, you know, always got to know what's going on the inside there.
Yeah. I certainly I love my wife, but I don't want her to be my nurse. Oh my god, can you imagine? So I told her like if she was ever you know in need of like care, like she needed a care provider, I would totally take care of her.
Yeah.
But I would put her clothes on backwards, and you know what I mean. Like I'd have fun with it.
You have a month though. And then I need dinner.
Yeah, right. Honey, I haven't eaten in 8 days. I know.
I've been eating takeout for 8 days. I don't know how to feed myself.
I know you got a lot going on right now. What's up, Ricky? We're just talking about you, buddy. How are you, man?
What's up, brother?
Are you hooking up the sushi today?
Not today, but soon.
Right on, man. Right on. Good to see you, brother.
Good to see you, man.
Take care, man. Yeah. That was Ricky. We were just talking about him. He's a sushi guy.
Yep.
The guy I met in Mexico.
Yep.
Yeah, man. What were we talking about? Body.
Take care of
whatever.
yourself. You got to take care of your health.
Yeah.
It's like the one thing you really need to take responsibility for.
Yeah. So, there's a couple things like the two things that I love about jiu-jitsu is like, obviously you get physically fit. And the second thing is you're part of an awesome community who just like
How many
has
times have we said community today?
too many. It's like saying journey,
Yeah.
right? Like saying journey. Like everybody says journey.
I would never.
You have. What was
tongue in cheek.
when Dan got his black belt? He swore he would not say journey in his little black belt speech.
And he said,
Totally
he's like,
did.
God damn it.
3 seconds in.
Oh, I didn't though. I didn't.
You
I
didn't?
knew. Oh, fuck no. I was like, I'm not going to say journey. 'cause
that's funny.
It's so cliche at this point.
Yeah.
But, hey, man.
I just thanked my wife for not leaving me.
What's up, Kenny?
That's all I did. I just thanked Amy for not leaving me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've had many leave me over the years.
Sure. Yeah. I don't know what we're drinking though. West Coast something?
Yeah. Surprise us. Or Alex.
Oh my gosh.
We need to get Polo on.
What's that?
We need to get Polo on.
Oh yeah. Where's Polo? Polo.
Marco.
One more? All right, he's going to get one more round in. He's going to roll one more round, and then he's going to come on.
I think he just wants to not be sweaty.
I know.
Out of breath.
Who can blame him? What's that? What's that?
No. Don't
No,
put him
that's
on.
all right. Well, we don't want to put him on blast.
Yeah.
He's about to roll with Conrado, so yeah.
Yeah.
That,
Conrado's high up his ass, though.
yeah.
The first thing he did when he walked in was grabbed a beer. I was like, you sure that's a good idea?
I think that's a great idea.
That's a great idea. Right before rolling.
100%. Yep. Have you ever rolled after a couple beers?
Yeah, it sucks.
It's terrible.
It fucking sucks. You just feel like you got like a weight belt on.
Yes. I made the mistake. I was a white belt. And
As most mistakes start.
Yeah.
I was a white belt.
so there I was.
White belt.
So I was a white belt, and I was at a friend's house, and it was like a Super Bowl, not a Super Bowl, it was like a draft, whatever fucking thing, fantasy football
You
thing.
believe people watch the draft?
Yeah. No, it was a fantasy
It's like
football.
people like at your job like watching interviews. Like, why?
But yeah, I had 2 beers and I had some wings, and I was like, oh, I got plenty of time. I got hours before I got to train.
Oh, thanks, brother.
Thank you, my friend. Thank you so much.
What do we got here? What are we drinking?
Oh,
Okay.
beautiful.
What is it called again?
Palm Sway. Very
Okay.
nice. Thank you.
Appreciate it.
So,
Perks of the job here.
I guess, yeah. Don't worry, we'll get a bill. we're not popular yet. We'll get a bill.
I'll put it on Kelsey's tab.
There you go. But I think Mitch bought those for us. Thank you,
good.
Mitch. I love you, buddy.
Yeah.
But what was I saying? What was we talking about?
Doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
Probably
Anyway,
a bunch of bullshit.
Probably,
anyways.
probably a bunch of crap. Oh my gosh, man. Yeah, but.
Oh, you're talking about eating right before. Eating
Oh
and drinking
yeah.
Right before
So I
jiu-jitsu.
thought, well, I had hours before my training session, and it may as well have been like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
I felt horrible, dude. It's like moving through mud. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Just got my ass handed. I got my ass handed to me anyway, but it was like worse that day.
Yeah.
But
I did that
yeah.
yesterday.
You
It was like-
drank?
well, no, I didn't drink. It was like an hour and a half of like open mat, and I'm like, oh, chicken's here. All right. Chicken is a little easier on the stomach than like drinking a bunch of beer and
Yeah.
shit. But it was definitely like, this could be a gamble.
Yeah. Yeah.
At Milton's seminar, I did a similar thing. Went and had Johnny Tran's Food Wagon or whatever.
Yeah. The curry wagon.
Curry Wagon, yeah,
Yeah.
which is really fucking good.
Freaking amazing.
It,
JT's curry wagon. Dude.
and it is for the price. You are getting a lot of food.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was definitely like, oh yeah, and then I was like, let's try to roll.
Bad call.
Wasn't the worst call. Definitely wasn't my smartest
Mm-hmm.
move though either. So, whatever. I'd like to say you live and learn, but you don't.
No, I'll do it again.
Yeah, it's like every time I eat pizza, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna feel like shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it's
Well-
so good. It's so good. Doesn't matter.
I think that if I ate like good pizza, I would be a little different. But I eat garbage pizza, dude.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? I'll eat like Domino's or Frozen. You know what I mean?
Who gives a
That's
fuck?
not even good.
It is good.
No, it's not. Well, I mean, it's tasty.
I had really shitty pizza the other day. It was awesome.
There's chemicals in there that make it taste really good, but it's not good pizza.
I don't like your attitude.
Oh my gosh, man.
But you know what I mean? Good pizza.
Yes, good
All
pizza.
pizza's good pizza.
All pizza is good pizza. I think that's a lie, but we'll just go with that
Yeah.
because it's.
I mean, there is New York style pizza, which
It's
is trash.
your lie. Yeah.
Trash pizza, New York style pizza. You guys
Yeah.
are all wrong.
Really New York pizza.
I'm a Chicago guy.
What does that even mean?
Chicago's like typically deep dish, but like it's like a thicker, doughier crust versus like that floppy, like kind of like.
That you got to fold.
Yeah,
yeah.
that's typically what the New York style is.
Okay.
I'm just kidding. I'll eat any fucking pizza, but
Yeah.
I like
Yeah.
to stir the pot.
Yeah.
No surprise.
I like.
Remember, my opinions are free.
Your opinions are shit. Is what they are.
Yeah, free shit. Everyone likes free shit. Mister, I want stickers.
I got stickers. I got stickers for people right on the table. They can have as many as they want.
You're like, I don't know what the fuck this is.
What are you talking about?
These people over here, they're just like, what are these stupid stickers?
Listen, at least 2 people in this room are listeners.
That's true.
Yeah.
At least 2.
At least
Yeah.
2. So that's kind of good. Maybe they want stickers.
Yeah. They definitely do. So for their water bottles that they'll forget at the gym.
Yes, they will forget those at the gym. That is
Take your
absolutely
water
right.
bottles home with you.
I freaking hate cleaning those things up. Oh my gosh. Like all I want to do, like when I'm locking up, all I want to do is clean the bathrooms, clean the mats, get the hell out of there. And then there's water bottles everywhere. Not even good ones.
Yeah.
Just the little plastic garbage ones.
Jeez.
I guess that's why they leave them. Or no, my favorite is the gallon jug left behind. That's my favorite.
Like a fries gallon.
Yeah.
Like,
Because you can't throw it in the trash because it'll fill the trash back up.
no, you
So you got to take it outside and throw it. Oh, it's still full of freaking water.
just throw it out back.
I wish they drank all their water. They did not. By the way, they didn't drink all their water, and it's like 9 p.m., so you know they're not going to drink anymore.
That's true. That's true. Hydrate, everyone. Good for injury prevention.
Yeah. What the hell do we know about injury prevention?
I know how to get injured.
Yeah.
I'm pretty good at that.
Yeah, I've done it a few times.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
I think once you learn how to get injured, you can learn how to not get injured, right? Is that how that works?
You would think.
Yeah.
You would think that's how it works. It doesn't always work that way.
Fair.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Yeah, so we're going to be working on getting some of the other sponsors on. I think Eddie is, I don't know if he's in a lull right now, but there's nobody over there. Might
Yeah.
want to get him over here.
Well, Polo looks like he's ready.
Okay, okay.
Hey, Polo. All right, Polo's going to head over
Yes.
here in just a minute.
Perfect.
The man, the myth, the legend, the bagnette and coffee.
Beignet. I hope he kicks your ass for saying it wrong.
He's going to be like, you idiot. You idiot.
I always knew you were stupid, Tojo.
Me too.
All right, let's try to make ourselves presentable.
I like to bring down the average.
Yeah. Oh, you do. You do.
No, don't worry.
Yeah.
do.
You are the curve. Trust me. Mitch, thank you for the beer, buddy. Appreciate you, man.
He's like, podcasts are better when you guys are drunk.
You think?
I can't disagree.
I can neither confirm nor deny.
think
I usually listen to the next day. I'm like, oh, shit, that was wrong. That was a bad thing to say.
It's like we always like leave those ones where like a little tipsy, and I'm like, that was a good one, right?
And I'm sitting there mortified, like, I don't remember anything we said.
I was like, God, I hope I didn't say anything fucking bad.
Yeah. I got a couple good ones coming up that are being released soon.
Yeah?
Yeah, you know, I'm always a little leery when somebody asks me to be on, but I'll vet them a little bit.
Yeah.
And, you know, if they got some good content on social media, I'll be like, yeah, all right, we can talk. But I got one guy, he was recommended. He didn't ask to be on. He was recommended by Colin Opper.
What does Colin know? He's like not on this podcast enough.
I know. Yeah, one time. What a joke.
He thinks he's like
What
on
a
here
joke.
more than me.
Yeah, even Greg McClarty's been on more than him.
What a loser.
But Colin recommended this guy, and Joshua Janis. I can't wait to release this podcast, dude. He is so freaking interesting. It
Yeah.
could have been a 4-hour podcast, easy.
Yeah.
Had I known him a little bit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But man, he was
Next time.
good. Hey, we got comments.
Oh, that's Discord.
What?
That's Discord. That's a different.
Oh, damn it! I thought we had comments. I was going to say, let's go.
Yeah, they're like, oh, you guys are idiots.
Yeah.
Come on, Polo, get over here.
Come on in. All right, we're going to set up for Polo. Hang on.
Move your chair.
Okay. Move this.
Alex, pull your chair back. Just push him out. You don't even need him in the view.
Slide this over. So the rule is to get your
Kind of sweaty.
kind of eat the mic a little bit.
That's okay.
Oh, sweat away, my friend.
We're
Sweat
sweating
away.
just sitting here.
Yeah, sweat away.
All right. Yeah, just keep this like about a fist in front of your face.
Okay.
All right, guys. We have my good friend Polo. Is it Trung?
Trung.
Polo Trung. He is the owner of an amazing food truck called the Beignet and Coffee Shack, correct?
Yes, sir.
And Polo, thanks for coming on, man.
Thank you. Thank you for having us over here.
Yeah.
Move a little closer to the mic there, or move the mic closer to you, whatever you prefer.
Yeah.
But tell us how you got into the... Okay. Beignet. I'm just saying it's a little geographically
It's French.
different.
It's French.
Yeah.
So, the story was we went to go get our first food truck, and we passed New Orleans.
Oh.
And we saw, we went to Cafe Du Monde
Mm-hmm.
and everything, and fell in love with the place. And we said, we could probably do this here. So my first food truck was the Lemongrass Shack.
Yep.
Which was Asian food, a lot harder to cook and stuff
Used to
like
be
that.
at the tournaments, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Why is it harder to cook?
Seasoning.
Oh,
I
a
was the
lot
only
more
one-
ingredients.
yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
I was the only one that was able to do it,
Gotcha.
So this one is a little more like fry and stuff like
Yeah.
Where's our makeup guy?
Yeah.
that. Dude, I've been like rolling over there, man.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, like you
No,
should.
this is organic. I love this.
Yeah.
I love this.
Yeah, no worries.
But so you went to you passed New Orleans. Was that your first time having beignets and you were like, holy shit, I got to do this?
Yeah, so my wife is a flight attendant, Nocturne,
Mm-hmm.
and she went all the time. So me, first time I tried it, I was like, dude, this is delicious.
Nice.
With the coffee, everything goes together. I said, try to replicate it here, and that's what we came up with.
Very
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, I couldn't run 2 trucks, so I had to let go of one
Mm.
eventually. And then we stuck to this one. We added chicken wings,
Yep.
fries, and stuff
Yep.
like that.
Yeah, we were just talking about that at the tournament. That was like that was a lifesaver at the tournament. 'Cause,
Yeah.
older guys go later,
Yeah.
and we can't eat.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it was a lifesaver.
Everyone's cutting weight, right?
Everybody's cutting weight.
Well, especially
yeah.
like the Phoenix College, there's like not really a lot in that like real immediate vicinity. And
Right.
all they had is like, M&Ms and shit at like their little concession stand there. It's like-
Burgers.
yeah.
yeah.
Soggy burgers.
Yeah,
Soggy burgers,
exactly,
yeah.
But
Yeah.
How does that work? So for I mean, obviously you're supporting this event, but like, do people like find you online and they're like, hey, we're having an event, we need a food truck? Or
Yeah, it's just that, we've been so busy all the time that we're like 3-4 months out, so
Damn,
if
good.
they call us sometimes and we're available and we like the people, we obviously have to like the events and,
Right.
we can't do every event, right?
Right.
So in saying that, if we're ever open and we like to do it, we'll do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you do those? I know like churches and different places do like Friday food truck kind of things. Do you do those?
Yeah, so on Fridays we go to like Queen Creek.
Okay.
Over by the Queen Creek Library.
Yeah.
Ocotillo and Ellsworth Loop
Yep.
over there. So we go there, whenever we can, whenever we're not doing anything special on Friday.
Yeah.
Usually it's kind of like a Asian event or some
Yeah,
special
yeah.
event.
Yeah.
Then I can't be there, of course, but
Gotcha.
usually we're there.
Right. So tell me how you got into jiu-jitsu. How did that happen?
So 2015, I think.
Okay.
My kids was growing up over here, and I think my son started first, right? He got pushed and bullied, And I said, man, he was on the ground, and I had to pull the kids off of him.
Oh man.
So basically, he started. I want him to get some ground game and stuff like that,
Yeah.
So he trained, and then of course we all trained after that. shortly.
Absolutely. That's how it happens, right?
Yeah.
One kid does it, and then the parents get to meet other parents, and maybe the other parents train, and then they're like, "Oh, why don't you try it?" And
And at
Now I
that-
have to. Yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
and then at that time we were just starting the business
yeah,
also, so I was hardly there, trying whenever I can to be there. So I was a white belt for a long time. Let's just say that.
gotcha. So you were starting your business around 2013ish.
15.
15.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow.
15, yeah.
Wow. So what did you do before the food truck?
I was doing like insurance and stuff like that, but my wife is a flight attendant,
Yeah.
so she was traveling all the time. I believe that time it was both of the kids. It was $2,000 for daycare.
Oh yeah.
So I was
yeah.
like, dude, for 2 kids,
Yeah.
$250 a week.
Jesus.
Yeah,
Oh my gosh.
yeah. So I was like, babe, let's cut our costs. I'll take home, stay home with the kids and stuff like that. So we made sacrifices.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
And we had to postpone this, of course, for like 10 plus years.
Wow, yeah.
And that's why it just, after everything, they were settled down and,
Yeah. Was it always your dream to have your own business?
yeah, eventually, isn't
Yeah.
it everybody's dream?
Yeah, man.
Nobody
Yeah.
likes working for other people. Yeah.
I spent a lot of time like chasing a dollar, but really what I was doing was like making other people rich.
Yeah.
I did a
employ
good job
lot
of it.
People, though, man.
Yeah.
But, it's good, though.
Yeah.
It's good to be a part of the community.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
you're employing people. A kid works with me. He trains with us and stuff.
Yeah.
Right. And you're just helping him out.
That's
Yeah.
He
so
goes
cool.
to
man.
ASU.
Yeah, that's really cool. Like for the most part, like our coaches are contractors, right? They're 1099 employees, but we have one like part-time employee. I'm really proud of that. And being able to employ somebody.
Yeah.
And like my long-term goal is I want to see one of my employees buy a house with the money I pay them. You know what I mean? Wouldn't that be
Yeah,
cool?
yeah.
That'd be so freaking cool, man. Like I don't know, like that's got to mean like we're doing well, right? We're doing well as a company.
Yeah. And I'm getting more and more people from our jiu-jitsu community.
Yeah.
Like they're good kids, dude.
Yeah.
For the most part, they're gonna show up on time. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So
And their parents, you can rat them out.
I don't know their parents, dude. These are college kids.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Well, you just
Yeah.
beat their ass.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd be like,
Settle it on the mats.
let me see your ankle.
Yeah, man.
How
So
long-
what? Go ahead.
I was gonna say, how long have you been doing jiu-jitsu? Tell us about
I've
your
been
jiu-jitsu.
doing since 16 myself.
Okay. You're a blue belt, right?
Purple.
Purple belt.
Yeah.
Purple belt. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. You can punch him when he says that.
I just got my purple in September.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice, man. Yeah. So
Not
what?
skipping warm-ups, though, right?
No, hell no.
No, man, you know.
He's like, I need him.
So there's two things I notice about Polo. Doesn't skip warm-ups, and he doesn't tape. That's gangster, bro.
Yeah.
Dude, but
That's
look at my
gangster.
fingers.
I know. They're all, so are mine. Mine, they're all jacked up. But like at our age, you know what I mean? Like, how old are you?
49.
Oh, shit. You're a kid. I'm 50. I'm just kidding.
I do that to Kelsey. She's like a year younger
Yeah,
than me.
but
Is that the next Masters card?
that is the next Masters 5.
5. So
Dude,
I'm still 4?
you're still 4.
I'm a
God, you guys are
baby.
old.
Dude.
I'm a baby.
Yeah, that's isn't it awful? Like, well, but when you and I started jiu-jitsu, we were Masters 3,
Right.
like right off the bat. So we were like when I started, they had just stopped calling seniors. Remember,
Yeah.
it was Master Seniors
Yep. It was
Worlds.
Masters, and then seniors 1, senior 2, senior 3.
Yeah, fucking assholes.
Yeah.
Like I
No,
don't want to be
they
called
know what's up.
senior.
They knew what. They knew
That's
what's
not
up.
okay. I'm glad they changed it. But yeah, so we like we're I think we have a lot of advantages because you know there were so few black belts when we started, right? That like and they were a little bit older, so they saw you, they kind of like, oh, okay, they kind of took care of you a little bit. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? That was kind of cool. Today it's like it's just different.
Yeah.
It's different. Like jiu-jitsu years, 10 years in jiu-jitsu is like a long freaking time.
Yeah.
You know, so yeah. But so tell me about the future of the food truck. What do you want to do? Where do you see it in 5-10 years?
Well, you know, I want to be able to, have the best of both worlds. I don't want to work in the summertime anymore.
Okay.
It's basically too hot for me to do it.
Yeah.
You know, AC doesn't
Oh yeah,
do
being in that
anything.
thing.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, it doesn't do anything. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to sacrifice jujitsu maybe
Okay.
for a little bit.
Okay.
You know, to do what I have to do so I can be snowbirds.
Yeah, yeah.
You know.
Kind of have an on and off season.
Yes.
Yeah.
Where do you want to snowboard from?
Ohio.
No shit.
Yeah, so we're from there. You know, and
We were
have
just
a-
joking about who wants to be in Ohio.
Wow, no kidding. What part of Ohio?
Westerville.
Westerville, where is that?
Right next to, in between New Albany and Columbus.
Okay. So I spent a summer in Dayton, Ohio.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I was 16 years old, my aunt and uncle lived up there, so I spent the summer with them.
Does
That was
it-
fun. A lot of skateboarding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bonfires, you know, cornhole, you know,
Yeah,
stuff
yeah.
like that, dude. A lot of land, that's what I like, you know.
Oh, I love
Yeah.
it. That's awesome, man.
Country, you know, and I was telling my daughter that the best thing is kind of like, you don't see it over here, it's fireflies.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I grew up in
Firefly.
Minnesota. Yeah, I remember having
Beautiful, man.
fireflies.
They're
in the
like
spring.
magical.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's really cool.
yeah.
If you
Especially
saw
if you've
it,
never
you-
seen them before, you're
Right,
like,
right.
what is that?
Yeah.
This is alien right
You
here.
see them on TV, but it's just like it's like when you see the Grand Canyon for the first time.
Yeah.
You're like, pictures don't do
Yeah.
it justice.
Well, it's
You
like
know?
when you see your kid holding one in their hand.
Yeah.
You know, that's a special moment.
Majestic.
Yeah, it's a special moment.
No one gets that here. We get
Yeah.
we get mosquitoes.
Sometimes we get mosquitoes.
Oh, I get
we definitely get
mosquitoes.
flies.
Oh.
But hey, so tell everybody how they can find you, how they can set you up for an event, social media wise, anything like that.
Yeah, so we'll probably, you know, like I said, got a couple months to go.
Yeah.
Probably like in May, we're going to close up here. So, you know, we're kind of booked. Please catch us when you can. You know, we love the support of the community. Of course, all through the years, we started from Phoenix College. Remember that?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
So, yeah, those were the good old days.
What
And-
was that high school we used to go to?
Westwood.
Westwood High.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah, my
Go to-
mom graduated from Westwood
Wow.
High School.
Yeah, that was like one tournament a year was at Westwood,
Yeah.
and everything else was at Phoenix. Yeah.
So
yeah.
do they just would they if someone wants to schedule you in like May or June or whatever, would they call you? I see your number 602-515-9024.
you know, maybe for another
next year?
next year.
Yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
when we come back, hopefully.
Okay.
You know?
Oh
Right
yeah.
on, man.
Okay. Yeah. You want to take summer off?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're trying to renovate the house over there.
Okay.
Probably, you know,
Oh, yeah.
the kids might go to school over there.
Okay.
You know, like I said, it's kind of like the heat. They don't really like the heat.
Nobody
does?
does.
You know, so if I could get a,
It's hailing.
It's hailing.
Get out. It's hailing right
Yes.
now.
Oh my goodness.
All right, let's get the hell out of here. It's hot in the summer. It's hailing in the winter. Fuck
Wow,
this.
what is going on?
This is crazy. That is hail. That is hail. All right.
Wow.
So there's a pile up on the 60.
Yeah. Yeah.
The I-17 is closed.
Stay off the roads. Arizona people do not know how to drive in anything but sunshine.
Yeah. Well,
They
Polo.
see rain, they're like, what is this thing?
Yeah, I do that. But Polo, thank you for coming on, man. I really
you.
appreciate you, man. Yeah,
Thank
and
you.
all the best, man. And I'll miss you when you're gone, but I know you'll be back.
Yes, yeah. I definitely will be back. Professor Gustavo Dantes is whom I want to train for. So
Yeah. Right on, brother.
And we get a test to the product.
Yes, thank you so much for the
Fucking really
beignets.
good.
They were amazing
Really
this
good.
morning.
which one did you guys like?
I like this thing. What
I like the grape.
Ube.
Ube. What is it? Ube.
It's taro. It's kind of like a potato yam.
Oh,
So,
delicious.
Yeah.
he's like,
Delicious.
it's purple. It's grape.
It's delicious.
That's my brain, dude. That's my
favorite.
little
That's my
brain.
favorite now. I
Yeah.
just made that.
All right, do
just
I-
a couple of weeks ago. So
Yeah, you did
I
awesome.
guess I have to try this.
You have to try it.
Always definitely, you guys could contact us at thebeignettandcoffeeshack.com or follow us on Instagram
Right on.
at the Beignet and Coffee Shack.
Beautiful, man. Beautiful. Thank you so
Thank
much,
you
my
again.
brother. Yes, of course.
Always good to see you.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
We almost have a system, not yet though.
I should have cooled down for now. I feel.
You did great.
We'll just redo it.
Yeah, anytime, brother. Hey,
You look great.
If you want to come on, we'll get you on. Okay. All right? Pleasure, man. Yeah.
This is really good. It's not grape. It is definitely not grape.
Oh, it's my small brain.
It's purple. You guys can tell, but it's like, I don't know how to describe it. It's a different flavor.
It's delicious.
It's really good. It's really good.
delicious.
Oh, it's really good.
It's really good.
Really good. Yeah.
I love it, man. I love it. Yeah, thank you, Paul. Appreciate you, man. So we should be wrapping up in like a next 10 minutes or so,
Want
right?
me to grab Eddie?
Yeah, grab Eddie if you can. I also want to get Brian if possible. Brian's the guy with the hat on backwards. He's the one that put this all together.
Oh, I'm gonna go grab.
Yeah, Brian's the guy with the cap on backwards. Get Brian first. Yeah.
He's
Nike shirt, hat on backwards. Yeah, for those of you that just tuned in, we are at Rolling for Beer on the Tipsy Cactus, and this is a event that is put on every month or so by a guy named his name's Brian. I don't know Brian's last name yet, but I'm going to meet him here shortly. But it's at the Tipsy Cactus in Mesa, Arizona, off of Alma School and Baseline, and it's a fantastic event. Just come out and get some training in. And Brian's joining us right now. Yes, sir. Thank you for coming in. Throw those on.
We're live. Don't say anything stupid.
Or please do.
Right on,
Please
right
do.
on.
It sells more. So,
thing about
Brian, what's your last name?
Granillo.
Granillo. I'm here with Brian Granillo, and Brian is, he is the guy that started this whole thing. So Eddie Welch, who is a beer lover, came in and talked to you. How do you know Eddie?
We're just old school friends. We've been hanging out together for a long time.
Okay.
Mutual friends, been hanging out together for probably like 15, 20 years.
Okay.
About 15 years now, hanging out, being friends. He's the one who introduced me to jiu-jitsu. He got me into GD a long time ago, got me some gis, got me, I think in 2014, I think is when he got me into it.
Awesome.
Been doing it on and off, and just, it's fun. I love the community. I just love being out there. Good dude.
Yeah, man. So how did Rolling for Beer start?
So we had talked about it. People do yoga at the breweries,
Yeah.
something like that. Eddie always wanted to do something at a brewery, and at the same time, was really good friends with Sean before I worked here.
Yeah.
Had mentioned it to Sean. I said, Sean's open to anything. He's like, yeah, I'm down for anything. So once I got in here, got the connections, got to talk to some people. People were willing to do it and make sure we have enough people, and it was just born. We just got it in here. Eddie wanted to get other schools involved, everybody to come together.
Yeah.
'Cause, open mats, it's always with the same people. So this way
Yes.
we can get other people come in, talk to different people,
Different schools.
schools.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
Stuff we don't see very often. So it's
Yeah.
kind of nice, and it's just the brotherhood and getting everybody in here. And Eddie, just bringing everybody together. Everybody knows Eddie, Agro Eddie, been around
Yeah,
all
of
the
course.
tournaments, so they
Of
recognize
course.
him. He has a name recognition.
Who
so-
works harder than Eddie?
Dude, he's
Me?
all over the
Nobody.
place.
Me.
Nobody works harder. Dude, like Eddie, it wouldn't surprise me if he's like in San Diego tomorrow.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like he's always doing something.
He's
you
going to
know?
be a Dream last week, I think, or a
Yeah.
couple weeks
Yeah.
ago.
Yeah.
He's all over the place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Super humble guy. I really love Eddie. He's a great guy. So tell me how. Okay, so you guys were just talking over a beer, and you thought, okay, there's yoga stuff happening at breweries. We're going to do a jiu-jitsu thing, and how many people showed up to the first Rolling for Beer?
The first one was kind of insane. I think we had like 40 to 50 people there.
Wow.
And it was, we didn't know what we were doing so much as far as the setup. We had stuff all over the place.
Yeah.
It was just the first time we're just trying to figure it out. Now we have it kind of dialed in, but we had Probably about 50, and it's kind of hit or miss just depending on the time of the year. One time we had it on Valentine's Day. One day we had it on, I think it was like Halloween.
Yeah.
So it's just the timing. We never really got the right time down. It's just a matter of when he's here, when we could do it. Sunday, get the food trucks. If we don't have another events going on at the bar here as well. So
Right on.
But yeah, we've had 50. This is like the weather today kind of deterred a little bit of people from coming out.
Sure,
So my cousin was coming up from Tucson. He was out for the last one. He drove up, brought some people from his school down there. And
What school is that?
Shit.
And you knew I was going to ask that.
De Brazil.
Okay,
Tucson,
De Brazil, yeah.
So he goes there. He's a purple belt. His son's a purple belt. He has trains with his two sons, so they're both out there. They've come before. Just the weather deterred them this time from coming up. So
Yeah.
he was they were carpooling with some other people from the school, and they all just canceled at the last minute. So,
Oh, that's a
but
bummer.
it was cool. But he called me just now and just told me, he'll be up for the next one, or if we do one out of town again, or do something else. So
Yeah.
I think I'm working on it right now. For the next one's going to be at Goldwater Brewing.
Oh, nice. We
so-
talked about that.
Yeah. So Nate at Goldwater, he rolls. He's been out since pre-COVID, but he's in and out. He's still in the community. I think he's a purple belt as well.
Okay.
We had talked about it, getting everything set up out there. They have a big patio out there. We want to do it before it gets too warm outside.
Yeah,
definitely.
So that's the thing, and that's why
Is
we
that
want
the downtown Scottsdale location?
Yeah, the one on
Okay.
Gold. Yeah, exactly. So that's what we're going to hopefully do the next one. Maybe if not, we can do it here again. We just want to do it before it gets too warm and get outside. Try to
Sure,
get
man.
a different crowd out there too. So
Yeah. That'll be a lot of fun. I don't know if you got room for another podcast, but I'd love to do it.
Yeah, 100%. I'm
Yeah.
sure any advertisement for even for the brewery would be great.
Yeah.
Last time Goldwater canned us some beers.
Okay.
The McLovin roll
I
for beer
saw
stuff.
that.
So,
Yeah, yeah.
He did it last time. Nate was going to come out today. I didn't. And he was going to bring some more beer. We just haven't done it yet. So yeah.
See you, brother.
Yeah, but
See you, Ricky. Take care, brother.
There's a lot of people in the community when you do stuff like this who maybe been out of it for a while. It just brings them back together.
Yeah,
and brings
yeah.
them back into it. So that's kind of how it would happen with me. I haven't trained for a while, but I do these all the time. Come home, hang out. So it's just a fun time just to be with everybody and just get back out there.
Well, I just love how it's kind of like neutral ground. You know what I mean, for the community to come in, because sometimes like people from some schools, it's kind of taboo to go to another academy. But this doesn't really count as that.
Yeah.
So it's just kind of a thing, that's really cool.
Yeah, I think we had 6 different schools today, which is
Beautiful.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
I think at most we had 10 the first time, different schools, and it was just and then we hang out and have some beers and talk about it and just hang out, man. It's a good time.
No, that's awesome, man.
Just a
That's
little beer
awesome.
social now.
Yeah, look
It's
at
cool
little
dudes.
George here with the big dude,
Yep.
Jess Mason, yeah.
Yep. Taking it.
Yeah, George is one of my blue belts. He's on bottom.
He's about to get that sweet though.
Yeah.
Come on, George.
Yeah, Mason is he's a white belt right now, but there's going to be promotion for him, I think, in April.
Oh, nice.
So
Okay.
he's going to move up. He has
Okay, so
another
he's up there.
tournament. Yeah, so he's been doing it for a while too. He's one of my regulars here, so he would come in. He comes in once a week, lives in the neighborhood.
Nice.
He just loves that idea, just coming in because it's just right down the street and it's different people to train with. So
Yeah, it's such a good vibe, man. I really enjoyed this, and I purposely didn't pack a gi and started drinking early, so I wouldn't have to roll. But I love it, man. I love the concept. I'm definitely in. If you guys do another one, I'd love to be a part of it.
yeah, 100%, man. We'd love
Yeah,
to
man.
have you, man.
Yeah.
It's cool. It just brings in a different vibe and get more people to know about it, bring
Yeah.
more awareness, so we
Yeah.
can get more people on the mats next time. The more, the better. And
Yeah.
it's just better. It's a better fun time, more social with everybody. Yeah, it's just like the camaraderie that you feel here with everybody is just cool.
Yeah.
You don't see
It's
that
always
very
cool to
often.
get like different people too, because you kind of get used to the guys at your school, or even like schools that you're affiliated with.
Right.
You
Yeah.
roll with them
Yeah.
at like
Yeah.
promotions and stuff like that. But it's cool when you get to roll with like 10th Planet guys. That's like a completely different style than most of
Yeah,
us are
yeah,
used to.
yeah.
Or like we're part of Alex and I are part of Aries, like rolling with like Nova Niao people or whatever.
Yeah.
Right? It's just like
Yeah.
different styles all around. You're gonna run into these people at tournaments. It's like, fuck yeah, let's all get better together.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. And it just, you learn from each other. That's the best part you see. When people are from different schools, you think there might be a little animosity. They're out there and they're like, oh, no, grab here. Let's
Yeah,
go. Let's
yeah.
work on this.
Yeah.
We'll work on this. So it's just not all, full bar. It's just like, let's help each other.
Yeah.
Let's get better. Let's have fun. That's all it's all about, man.
I love
brotherhood.
it.
Yeah.
I
It's
love
cool,
it.
Man. This is, I think, our 4th or 5th one. So we want to keep it going. And hopefully,
Dude,
like
you're
you said,
doing a
in
good
San
thing, man.
Diego, Yeah.
You're doing a good thing, and I'm. My wife doesn't know about this. She's probably hearing right now, but I'm
We're going to
down.
San Diego.
I am down for San Diego.
Yeah.
But let me ask you a question, man, because I was talking to Sean about just the vibe of the Tipsy Cactus.
Yeah.
And if you didn't know any better, I would think that you're the owner. Or I would think that, who's the gentleman behind the bar right now?
Saad.
Saad?
Yeah.
I would think that he's the owner. You know what I mean? You
Yeah.
guys have a really good thing going here, like with the team. Tell me about your team and how is it that you guys came together like this way?
So Sean's the owner. He opened it 6 years ago. I was a regular. I never was in the industry, but I wanted to open my own place. So Sean approached me after COVID. He's like, "Hey, I need you to run this place for me. You know beer, you know wine. Can you do it?" And I couldn't at the time, but then I just kind of picked it up, and he has full trust in me to run this place.
Awesome,
now.
man. Yeah.
Do all the buying. I kind of got the vibe from before with him. Saad used to work with him at the restaurant, so I brought him in here too to kind of fill in here and there. But it's definitely, Sean gave me the entrusted me to run everything, get the beer in here. So this bar, it's a family neighborhood bar with the best beer in the valley.
100%, dude.
You come in here, Sean purposely didn't want to put like internet or Wi-Fi in here. He wanted this to be a place for the neighborhood where people come hang out, sit at the bar, have a drink.
Not sit on their phone,
not sit on your phone and not type on your computer, not work from home and just kind of like, he wants people to engage. And that's literally any day that I come here and work or hang out, everybody knows everybody.
It's always good vibe here, yeah.
Dude, it's a good time, good beers. We always have different events. We have beers that, even last Friday, I tapped a beer that hadn't been tapped anywhere else in the valley ever. And I tapped it last Friday, and I have 4 more of those in the back.
Nice,
so,
man. Tell me about the wine here.
So the wines, it's a little touch and go right now. We used to be bigger pre-COVID. We had a wine club on Wednesday night. We had wine Wednesdays, wine bottles. But right now we're very limited on the wine. Our drinkers are mostly beer drinkers at this point. So we have one varietal of each. So we're gonna have a Sauv Blanc, Pinot Grigio, Chardonnay. Basics. We have one of each.
Are they local?
They're not local.
Okay.
The local ones for the price point that we try to keep. We try to keep everything local. I mean, we have happy hour all day Sunday, so we have $5 beers.
Right.
Well, you really don't see that anywhere. You can't get a $5 beer literally in the valley.
Which is today. $5 beer today.
Yeah, $2 off all day. And same thing with the wine. So we have our wines going for $5-6.
Okay.
A glass.
Nice.
So we try to keep that price point. Right now with the local wine, it's still new. A lot of the price doesn't fit with our model right now to keep it affordable and good.
Gotcha. Yeah.
That's the goal. Affordable and good. And we want people to come in, not break the bank. We're not trying to make it rich off everybody. We just want people to come here, have a good time. You can spend $25, have 4 or 5 beers, and walk out feeling good.
Yeah, man. Tell me about the future of Rolling for Beer. How big do you want it to be?
We want to blow it up. I mean, we want to still keep our roots here. I think we're going to be loyal to Sean and Tipsy because it helped us so much to grow.
Yep.
But at the same token, we want to get out there and get more people involved. So if it takes us going to Scottsdale or maybe going to Tempe or just someplace else, getting other connections. Being in the beer industry, I know a lot of people in the industry. Like I said, Goldwater might be the opportunity next. And I met a lot of people in California.
Mm-hmm.
I went out. I go to California pretty regularly, San Diego. So I was able to make some connections there. I've talked to some people. I have a friend at one of the owners of Harlan Sun Rolls. He was open to us having that there. So I sent him some pictures, just showing what's going on. We're going to go out there and meet with them probably in the next month. Hopefully get a summer gig out there. Bring you guys out there. Get everybody pack it.
I would love it.
People from there. We have mat sponsors already in San Diego set up, so we don't have to do anything except show up and bring our gear and hang out, man. So
that's awesome.
Yeah. What's the location again in San Diego?
So the Harlan one, they have 4 locations. There's one in South Park. There's one in Scripps Ranch, which is the biggest one where I think he wanted to do it.
Mm-hmm.
There's also a smaller one in Mission Bay Park, where we kind of wanted to go just so we can pack the mats and make it look full and bring people. There's Rosie's Burgers is out there. They have a burger shop. They have a permanent food truck. It's just a really cool spot with great beer. So that's a good place too. I think
and San Diego's got some really good jiu-jitsu, man.
They have good jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
And
it's it's all right.
They've already expressed interest to Eddie, and that's why he already got a mat sponsor, and he had some people who want him to do it. I don't know, to be honest, I don't know why you do this by themselves, but we're happy to be the people to come out and do it for them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Get that name, grow that brand. Eddie has that, he has his aggro, but he has a Roll for Beer brand. He has 2 it's like a sub company, so he's trying to build that up too, and it's starting to take off, and I think it's first in the valley, I think, to do this too. So it's kind of like a nice thing to get people together and get more people and maybe just spread it, man. Spread more jiu-jitsu around.
I love it.
Yeah.
So
man.
Tell me what you got coming up with Tipsy Cactus and how people can find you and social media and all that other stuff.
The best place to look is going to be on Instagram. We do our daily updates. We have a food truck, different food truck every day.
Yep.
Happy hour every day until 7, all day Sunday, $2 off. So just come, not anything too big events. We just wrapping up a beer week, so we're trying to get through that. We had a bunch of events this past week with a lot of people coming through, a lot of breweries, a lot of beer.
Yep.
So we still have a lot of good beer in the back and on tap. So come on in, see us. And we're in Mesa and Alma School in Guadalupe. Come in, say hi. We'd love to have you. It'll be a good time. Have some good beer. Come hang out.
Awesome. Well, Brian, thank you so much for being on. I appreciate you, man. And thank you for putting this together.
Yeah, man.
This is awesome, man. You're doing a great thing. Keep it up.
Sounds good, man.
All right,
Appreciate
brother.
you coming out, man.
All right, my pleasure,
See you soon, guys.
All right,
Thanks,
take care.
man. Yeah, there we go.
All right.
Thanks, brother.
I don't know how much time we have left.
It's 12:15.
Okay.
They open at 12:30, I think, technically.
Yeah.
So we got 15 minutes ish.
Yeah. Yeah.
I know they're gonna have to start breaking down the mats. but-
Yeah. We can start wrapping up, man. Here, scoot in a little bit.
You want to grab Eddie or no?
If we can.
Yeah.
Yeah. So far, I mean, I think this has been a good success. I mean, we had some technical issues. We have one camera. But
Your damn producer.
oh, he's doing a great job. Leave him alone.
I know. I'm just kidding.
But,
he does a lot of work here.
Yeah. So
a lot of behind the scenes that no one. Gets
oh,
to
we have
see.
the man, the myth, the legend, Aggro Eddie Welch showing up.
He tried to steal your spot.
I am getting the hell out of the way so this man can sit.
What's going on? What's going on?
What's up, brother?
These
Dude,
are me.
yes, those are for you. Please put those on.
You guys remember Eddie?
We remember Eddie. Yeah.
What's going on?
I'm completely out of the shot. Let me shift over just a little bit. How's that? Better.
We don't need you in the shot.
Shut up.
Get the hell out.
Shut up. Welcome to the show, brother.
Thank
Welcome
you.
back.
Thank you. Thank
yeah,
you guys
man.
for coming here and setting up and
Yes.
supporting. And
Of
Winding
course.
down, I guess, right
We
now.
gotta
huh?
eat the mic
Yeah.
a little bit. Let's
All
move-
right, sorry.
Yeah. I can lift it for you.
Jeez.
Eddie's a prima donna. I
You
gotta
figure
make
he'd
sure
be
I take care of
prepared.
him. There you go.
Good.
So we were just talking to Brian about the origins of Rolling for Beer, and we talked about it on the podcast.
Right.
But it sounds like it's getting some traction outside of Arizona, man.
Yeah.
Talk about that.
Yeah. So I mean, it was always a plan to bring it out, and we've always we've got people that always reach out to us, you know, and are like, hey, when's ours? When's San Diego's? When's Las Vegas? When's Orange County?
What?
So the plans and the ideas for it were always there. But when the reality starts to kick in, when you get an owner from a bar or a brewery in San Diego, talking to Brian and saying that is an option, then it really starts turning in your head, and so it's exciting.
A lot of logistics to work out too, like mats and stuff.
Well,
right?
so fortunately with that, I have some good connections in San Diego. So I've got a gentleman there that runs tournaments in San Diego, and I previously had asked him because I was already planning, right?
Yeah.
So I was trying to get all this stuff laid out, and he has volunteered to be a sponsor for the mats. And,
What?
So he's going
Nice.
to let us use his tournament mats out there, and so that we won't have to travel with mats. It'll be
Crazy.
nice. We'll
Yeah.
just go there and pick them up from him, or have him drop them off at the venue for it, and yeah.
Dude,
It'll be
I love
interesting
it.
to do because right now we have puzzle mats in here, like puzzle mats versus a tatami mat where it's like
Right.
trying to move around a little
Right.
bit.
So I think he's got the Dolomer.
Dolomer? Yeah.
The
Good.
roll up ones.
Great
and
mats.
So
Yeah.
Okay.
we'll just be able to roll that out.
They like Velcro together kind of
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah. So
Yeah, and Dolomer is like it's kind of underrated, overlooked, but
Yeah.
it's a really good mat.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you roll those suckers out. You're
Yeah, I think
doing
that's
you're
what
doing
Dan and
good.
Andrea have at their house.
Yeah.
They're really nice.
There's a couple of tournaments that use them, like AGF uses them, stuff like that, because they travel well.
yes.
And
they do.
so that's a great idea, man. So how big can this get?
Wow.
Talk to me. How big do you want it to get?
I would love it to get as big as it can grow. I mean,
Yeah.
to be honest, I don't want to put a cap on it.
No, I guess like what
Intergalactic.
like okay, so let's just say in the past 4 rolling for beers, you've had, say, I don't know, let's call it 200 people rolling. How many people do you want to roll? How many people do you want rolling at a rolling for beer per year? Let's say in 5 years.
Oh wow, man, I don't know.
What?
Yeah,
I'm thinking like 10,000.
that would be great.
10,000 people.
Yeah, that would be great.
Rolling
It
for
would- it would be brilliant.
multiple locations.
Yeah, I don't see any reason why it couldn't hit that.
Yeah.
To be honest, I think it's one of those things where we can really have ambassadors, right?
Yeah.
Ambassadors representing in different states, to
Yeah.
where we can have them running on the same weekend in New York as it is in Florida, as
Yeah.
it is in Arizona.
Yeah.
It's just now the ambassadors are over there, running it for us, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
I mean, think about
Yeah.
like a East Coast team, Midwest team, Southwest team,
Yeah.
Pacific Northwest team.
Absolutely.
Dude.
Yeah, it's
Hey,
got.
Dude.
I have a question for you. Like, this is a logistics thing. How's the liability work out with this?
Oh,
So
I know.
we're
bad
not supposed
word.
to talk about that.
That's a bad word.
Anyway, we're
No,
moving on.
It's no different than an open mat at a gym.
Okay.
You have your waivers.
Yeah.
And so you just have everybody kind of fill out. This is kind of small scale right now.
Yeah.
But once we do get that growth, that'll be something that we'll have. We'll have at the events. When you come in, just read through the waiver, make sure you understand. If you have any questions about it, we can answer questions about it. But just
I see like even for my academy, like in the future, I see like a QR code. You scan it, you can either click agree
There you go.
or
There you go.
read
Yeah,
it, right? And then
Right.
you're good to go.
Well, I'm just thinking as far as expansion goes, I feel like, obviously a bar, like they have to deal with a lot of liability with drinking, right?
Yeah.
So I think it might be something that's on a lot of people's minds, like,
sure.
that's a combat sport. Like,
Yeah.
What happens if someone gets hurt?
Yeah, I hear
right?
you. Yeah.
Well, and so the other thing that we're going to make sure that we do is we'll have somebody that's EMT certified.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At the events, just in case there are injuries, you're going to have somebody there to be able to attend to.
Yeah.
And that's the great thing about jiu-jitsu is more often than not, when you have people on the mats, there's almost somebody there that is
Yeah.
EMT
Yeah.
certified.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. Yeah, always. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, like I had a kid get hurt in my academy, and of course we're giving like as best first aid as possible. And then this guy walks up, he goes on the mats. He's got neck tattoos. He's built like a truck. He's an ER doctor, so he just got the hell out of his way and like, you tell us what to do, doc.
do his
Yeah.
work.
We're like, here, have some ibuprofen and a Band-Aid. I
I don't know. Amy, grab some ice. I don't know. Yeah, man. But so Brian talked about this a little bit, but so you've known him for several years.
Yeah. We go back through a high school friend of mine.
Okay.
That he happens to know, and so my friend was getting married, and so he was having a bunch of his buddies over, and that's how I ended up meeting
Gotcha.
him. Is
Gotcha.
my high school buddy.
Yeah. So he works here. He's I'm assuming he's a manager here. Some sort.
Yeah, he's like one of the head bartenders
Gotcha,
here.
gotcha.
And he does a lot of ordering for them.
Yeah.
And then he actually sets up a lot of stuff through all the breweries. He's like a good connection. He's the point guy.
Gotcha. Yeah. Well, and I was complimenting Sean. I talked to Brian about this as well. It's like you would think like employees here, you would think they own the place, right? They're so into it.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Right. I
Yeah,
mean, I guess you
absolutely.
can't not be into.
Well,
what
especially
you do.
when I think it's when you have a kind of a, it's almost like a mom and pop.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And so you get more of that feel of, like you said, like an ownership.
Yeah.
Because they make you feel that comfortable here.
Yep.
Right. This isn't a corporate place. Where you're kind of distanced.
Yeah.
There, George.
See you, George.
But yeah, no, it's a great place.
Right on.
And I can imagine that it's a great owners to work for.
For sure.
You could take pride in the work that you put in to help them.
Yeah. Yeah. And do you have a date for the next one?
We don't have a firm date yet. We're looking at April. So most likely it'll probably be towards the end of April.
Okay.
I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Trying to get in there before it gets too hot again.
Yeah. It's just one of those things where we just learn to deal with the heat.
Yeah.
And make do. So
Same.
We'll see if
Fucking hate
babies.
it. I hate it,
Crybabies.
but I deal with it. Yeah. Yeah. But
the San Diego one, man. I'm excired for that one. That one's gonna be
Oh,
great.
I hope you guys lock that down.
It'll be
That'd be awesome.
summertime, June, July. June, July, or August. We'll basically hear back from all the sponsors and find the blockout dates, and then once we find something that'll work for everybody, then we'll nail it down and start promoting for
Awesome.
it early, so that we can really build the crowd.
Cool,
Because we
man.
want to show them, how well it can go, for something like that out in San Diego, and I think that's really what's going to set the pace for everybody else that's viewing it,
For sure.
from Orange County, from Vegas, or
Yep.
wherever you're at, that's like,
What a
oh,
good
wow.
place to do it to in Southern California, because there's so many like big organizations that are kind of based out of Southern California.
right,
To
right.
have those people, like, you got like Atos, you have AOJ, like all these people that would normally only see each other at tournaments.
Right. Are
Like,
now getting an
hey,
opportunity.
Let's all have a beer and roll some jiu-jitsu
exactly.
just for fun.
Yeah,
You know?
man.
Yeah. Over a beer and
Yeah.
have a good time.
That's another like good, like Phoenix is like that already, right?
Yeah.
We're all kind of like, you know, a little bit of a Phoenix family versus like
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And San Diego's a great hub for beer, for craft beer.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
for
of
sure.
course.
Yeah.
So many out there, you
Yeah.
know. So
Yeah.
but Harlan's my favorite. I absolutely love their beer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I've was always secretly hoping that would be the place we'd be able to do it at. So I'm excited.
You manifested that shit,
I
bro.
think so.
You manifested it. Well, listen, we're going to wrap up, man, but I want you to tell everybody how they can follow you, the Agro brand, Rolling for Beer, how they can get involved, how they can sponsor, all that stuff.
So AgroBrand, we've got the website, agrobrand.com, and then we've got our Instagram, agro_brand, and then Roll for Beer, mostly Instagram. Roll for Beer official on Instagram.
Awesome, man.
hell yeah.
Well, thank you for being on, man.
Thank you,
for
guys.
having us. And if you'll have us at the next one, we'd love to be there,
100%.
man. Awesome, brother.
100%.
Thank you so much.
Love to
bro.
have you guys at all
Yes.
the future ones. Thank
Yes.
you so much.
Thanks, brother.
Awesome.
All right, so we're gonna wrap up, guys. I want to thank
Thanks,
Eddie. I want to thank. Thanks, brother.
Thank you.
I want to thank Polo. I want to thank Sean. I want to thank. Oh, who else? Greg, Brian, Tojo, everybody for being on, and I had a great time, man. This was
good.
different, man. This was different. I'm so used to being confined to our little cave.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So just getting out of that is pretty awesome, man.
telling me.
Any final words about this, man? Anything that you want to talk about?
Hey, just don't be afraid to like come get. Like I know we all get kind of comfortable. For those of you guys who don't like, I've like when I started jiu-jitsu, it was always kind of a thing where we would because we were part of the bigger Novignao like organization, right?
Yeah,
when we
back in
both
the day,
started, right?
yeah.
So you'd always like. We'd go to like different schools that are part of the Novignao organization that are in Phoenix, and so it's like kind of like always going to different open mats.
Yeah.
And it's always a little awkward like the first time you do that, right? Because you're like, oh, I don't really know these guys. Like I see them at tournaments, but we're not like friends. It's like step out of that comfort zone, guys. I think you'll really enjoy like going and getting to roll with different peoples of different styles. It's like test your tournaments are usually where we test like how good our particular like. Game is, right?
Yeah.
You could do that at these open mats, right?
For sure, man.
People who aren't used to your game, because you're friends at like your school or maybe like a school that you frequent, like they kind of get used to your game, right?
Yeah.
And then you kind of stagnate.
Yeah, and there's a lot of anxiety that goes into rolling with somebody new, especially you see this gorilla on the other side, and you're like, okay, here we go.
Yeah.
But you know what? I tell people, man, on the other side of that 5-minute timer is a lifelong friend.
Sure.
And don't pass up the opportunity to make that friend.
And for those of you who have a lot of anxiety, speaking on that part, like the anxiety of like competing, it's stressful, right?
Yeah.
It honestly it helps.
It sucks.
It helps though.
It sucks, but getting past it, I mean, there's no courage without fear, right?
Yeah,
So
it's that unknown, right?
Yeah, man.
And the more you can get yourself out into that unknown, the more comfortable you'll be with tournaments, and the better you'll perform at tournaments because you're not worried about all of the other like anxiety bullshit.
It's just jiu-jitsu, man,
just
at the end of the
jiu-jitsu,
day, and I love it.
Yep.
So, all right, everybody, thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you for those of you watching live, and if you love the podcast, please like and subscribe. Please give us reviews and drop comments. We want to do a segment on the podcast where we talk about comments. We did it briefly today, and mostly there were just people shitting on the podcast, so that was pretty cool. But any comment helps, guys. If you want us to get somebody on, if you have any recommendations, please let us know. Tojo, thanks, brother.
Thanks, man.
All right.
Bye.